Brother Aiden. Coming out next, Captain Jayla Andrade, being escorted by her parents, Mateus and Maria Andrade. Captain Avery Bassett, being escorted by her parents, Brian and Tanya Bassett, and her sister Georgia. Captain Savannah Crane, being escorted by her dad, Michael Crane.
Because the bag that's open there, I just opened.
Captain Joy Favors, being escorted by her mom, India Williams. Her dad, Clyde Favors, and brother PJ and bestie, Olivia Davis. Captain Ty McCain, being escorted by her dad, Asani Kane, and brother Abdul Kane. And finally, Captain Tanaya Martins, being escorted by her mom, Tracy Lopes, sisters Alexia and Soraya, and brother Joel Montero. Let's put it together for our senior cheerleaders. Now introducing the senior members of the Brockton High School football team. Jaden Salesman, being escorted by his aunt Melissa, cousin Chase, his dad Tremaine, and stepmom Sandra.
See that we can look at this down here a little bit closer. Yeah. At times. Go Brockton?
I didn't know. I went to a. Yeah.
Black Knights?
Black Knights.
Yeah, I'm class of 74. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I got here when Brockton High first spring of 1970. I mean, fall of 1970.
Yeah. That's the funny thing about Stone High is like they rebuilt their high school, but it's not the one that I went to. So I'm like, I went to Stone High, not that Stone
High. Yeah, because I dated a girl at Stone High back in the 70s. When I saw it,
Well, coming on now is Jaden Salesman with his aunt Melissa, cousin Chase, dad Tremaine, stepmom Sandra. Jace Mason with mom Tanisha, sister Tyra. Next is Akamini Akpan with his dad Udo, his mom Bonabasi, and his sister Victoria.
Do you have a camera? You guys got a camera on the field?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Okay.
But you probably won't be able to see the feed.
Right. Yeah. But we'll see whatever.
You'll see where it is.
Coming now is Clarence Antoine with Coach Gasson and Coach Silva.
So it should be out on Monday?
I doubt it. I was expecting by the end of the week. Most
Coming out is John Baker with mom Dominique, dad Tyrone, brother Kinjon, and aunt Arista. Coming out next is Nathan Berthany with his mom Lourdes, his godmother Marie Jean, and his cousin Daryl Jean. Coming out next is Nazia Blue Gomes with his mom Pianya, his sister Jada, and his brother Josiah.
Oh, okay.
Nobody listens to me. They don't think I know what I'm doing. No, we want to have the parents climb underneath the bleachers. My mouse.
You know how you don't? Great. I think. I'm sure you saw the text. Orlando's not going to be here.
Okay, that's fine.
He's got a cold or something.
Okay.
You don't want to check in on this.
Coming out next is John Preble with Father Dean, Mother Marie, brother
Hey.
and sister Gianni. John Preble.
Curtis. What's up? You tighten these?
Can I tell you?
Yeah. Let's go walk. What time? That's fine. What time?
They have it. Of course they do.
Want to go walk in a boat? 5 minutes? 1 minute then? That good? Is he still going to be able to edit pregame? Okay. So it doesn't... All right. Let's be ready to want to go up and around. 5 minutes on the...
Yeah.
Okay.
So the game starts, yeah. I missed a hell of a game last week.
They finally came back and won a game. Do we have a New Bedford roster?
Yeah, it's over there. Yeah. Next is right over there, underneath.
Coming down is Damien Freer with his mom Matilde, his cousin Armani, and his sister Janaya.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He did find out it wasn't cold or
You took a test?
Yeah, he said he took a test.
See if we can move that. Can we move that down a little bit so Linda, we have enough room? That's perfect. Do you have stats? Do you have stats for New Bedford?
You guys want me to go down there?
I want to get stats, yeah. Here, put it on this.
Well, I just realized at the end that it's like,
We can hear him talk, though. He's right next to us.
You guys do the
Well, if he talks, though, we'll be able to... It will come across on the broadcast, but we won't be able to hear just him. But the broadcast, you'll hear all three? That's fine. Just stats. Offense, starting linemen, and offensive leaders. Here.
Yeah, I got it.
You don't need that, right? That's all right.
No, right on the back of this.
Coming out is Jalen Jackson, his mom Brittany, siblings Lyric, Charles, and grandmother Stacy.
How's things going?
They're going. How are you?
Larry.
Yeah, just got back from Vegas.
How'd you do?
I gambled a little bit, but I came out positive on the gamble.
That's all that matters.
Did a lot of shows and eat.
Coming out is
I got-
I was here last Saturday.
I go once a year. I go in every June for 5 days.
His godfather Jeff.
I did place one
Coming
football
out is
bet.
Henry
I
Morris.
took
with his mom, Alicia.
They had,
His dad, Henry Moore Sr. His aunt,
and I won.
Alicia.
Did you win?
Yeah, they were the underdog. I couldn't believe it. So I took it.
With the points, or did you just bet it outright?
Next is Shamir Williams.
But they were the underdogs.
His mom, Shamika. Brother, Shamik.
Yeah, great food out there too. Every casino has great restaurants.
I spend more money at the restaurants.
Oh yeah.
Next is Jaden Wooten. Jaden with his mom, Amanda.
Curtis, this the last home game till the non-playoff games, or
Besides Thanksgiving, yeah.
what about the games in between, like non-playoff? They usually play like a one game, right? One home, one away. I think they're in the playoffs right now. At the moment, they have to win these next two games, but they're in if they win. Yeah, they're in if they win.
Next is Armand Wiggins with his mom, Michelle, his dad, Anthony, his brother, Anthony Jr.
Good-looking athletes on New Bedford. Not a lot of kids on the team, though. Wow, man. What do they have, like 35 kids? Wow. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, about 40, 42, 43 kids.
With his mom, Ada, his dad, Manny, his brother, Nathan, and his sister, Selena.
Oh, last week, same thing. 70 degrees, sunny.
Next is Luke Turco with his dad, Greg, his mom, Heather. His aunt, Francine, his grandfather,
Can he?
Victor.
I wonder if he can move that down. Can he move that down so we can get three people? Is it too much to move it down? 6 inches? No? Okay.
And last but not least, special thanks
Oh, yeah.
to student coach Chris Maragula, accompanied by his mom, Caitlin. Coming out next, Karen's Antoine. Put your hands together for the seniors on our cheerleading squad and our football team. Parents and family members, once pictures have been taken.
It'd be better if we could put Orlando on the field and do interviews. I don't know if we can do that.
We would appreciate. We have plenty of time at the end, in the conclusion of the game, to take photographs.
Deshaun Hodge.
Deshaun Hodge. All right, we written in name. I don't know what to tell you.
Coming on out, Deshaun Hodge, with his mother Marie, his sister Shanice, his grandmother Deborah, and his aunt Simone.
Did they already announce the band and the cheerleaders? Band too? Oh yeah, they've had to because the game starts in 10 minutes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's matchup between the visiting New Bedford Whalers and the Brockton Boxers. Brockton High School and the MIAA would like to take this opportunity to remind you and to encourage you to display good sportsmanship. Please do your part by showing respect to everyone involved in today's contest. Please note the use of any tobacco or vaping products, including electronic cigarettes or any other druggable substance, is prohibited in the stadium and on school grounds. Friendly reminder of the
Miles, can I borrow this real quick?
Coaches coach, fans support their team, and officials
73,
sometimes make calls
Henry
they
Moss,
may not agree with. With that
Jaden
being said,
Seal,
inappropriate behavior, language, or verbal criticism of coaches, players, and officials will not
Devin
be tolerated
DeVega,
and may result in the removal from the
Cash
stadium.
Petway. Who's the other tackle?
For your convenience, restrooms are located under the bleachers on the press box side. As
Nathan
always, we
Bethany.
want to thank our sponsors for their support and generosity.
2025.
The Group, Teamsters Local 653, Woodward's Auto Spring Shop, Madison Food Group, Sign Design, Everett's Auto Parts, Evans Machine Company, Torrey and Associates Real Estate, and Copeland Auto Group. We would like to recognize the seniors of the New Bedford High School football team. They include Clayton Pastor Morales, Tatagas Penrose, Marquis Gonzalez, Brian Montero, Nicholas Arsenal, Brent Sharple, Julius Johnson, Elias Colombo, Jaron Gidan, Louis Colombo, Alex Crespo, Devon Shields, Niall Montero, Shane Medeiros, Forrester Thompson, and Carmine Colombo. Congratulations on your careers representing the Whaling City. Folks, today is Future Boxers Day, and it's our pleasure to welcome all our middle school students from the band and football teams. You are the future leaders of our beloved programs here at Brockton High School. And obviously today is also homecoming day at BHS. We'd like to welcome all our alumni back to Boxer Country. It's great to see you again.
No crowd at all.
Appreciate that, Johnny Mac. Johnny Mac. Appreciate that.
Yeah, he's not playing football because he can't stay healthy. He's going to just play baseball.
Well, what a game last night, huh?
Yeah, what a terrible pitch. What an awful pitch to throw right over the plate, 90 miles an hour. If you're going to give up that, you can throw an off-speed pitch. He served it up right up in a tee.
Served it right up.
Are you a Yankees fan?
No, never was.
Love seeing the Yankees lose.
Mets got in there. I was rooting for the Mets.
Me too. I still think the Yankees are going to win, but that was a big game they gave up.
That was a big game. They had it.
They had it. They had it.
Back to the Dodgers. So, the Dodgers have momentum. Going into the next game.
When's it tonight?
All the stars were out last night. They said Hollywood
Against Broadway. $1,500 for the cheapest ticket. For the cheapest ticket. Yeah, well, I wouldn't pay that much for a ticket ever. Where's Curtis?
Did Curtis go down on the field?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be doing the camera work down on the field.
Can he hear us? Ask him if we can go up at 12:55. Is the game starting early? Because this is.
I'm not sure. Well, again, since we're not doing the live stream, I'm recording, so you can.
Go up anytime?
Yeah, so that, hey, whatever it starts.
Oh, so you can cut it too?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go up after the national anthem.
What? This isn't, no, since our headset didn't go.
Orlando, I think.
So wait, whose headset is it? Sorry, what's wrong with the headset?
No, do we have a third one for Orlando?
Yeah, I don't, because I don't think we'll be able to.
Yes, Avery!
Have, like, yeah, we can't really plug the third one out, unfortunately. Sorry.
Well, he'll watch the game.
Yeah, I'll have Orlando come in a second.
Yeah, Joy!
I thought Mike said we could do it. Yeah. Well, maybe because he's not here. Yeah. Thought we could do it, but he's not here. Yeah, he's not here, right? Yeah. Orlando, we don't have 3 headsets. He'll do first half, you do second half. No, you do second half, he do first half. Is that all right?
I mean, you could do the whole game.
No, you do first half, second half.
All right. Like the glasses.
Goodine, just so you know, Goodine's out today. Their 2 best players are out.
Why?
He's not playing, they're hurt. He's out.
They only have 40 kids on the roster, Orlando?
Check their starters. These are their best defensive starters. 51 linebacker. So they're hurting today.
All right.
Except Brockton went out like 5 years 40.
They play like they did last week.
Miles, did they already do the national anthem?
No. We got 3 minutes, 52 seconds left.
Never seen New Bedford, but that's not even. That looks like a JV rock. How do they not have? That's a big high school. They usually have pretty good numbers.
It's the same ticket. Or they're playing soccer.
Oh, they're playing soccer, right? Remember the old days, the crowds on Saturday afternoons? Yeah, there was no TV. The place would be packed. Especially the late 70s, mid 70s, and the 80s.
Usually in New Bedford, they have more fans up there, but some of them they'll have losing record this year.
Yeah. Did they used to get good? I don't remember them getting. Every time we played down there, we'd have more fans, unless they were really, really good. And there's some yet, yeah. In the 90s, they were good. Yeah.
Over the years, they were supported. I started doing Brockton High stuff in about 96.
I did it in the late 80s, early 90s. I did it for Continental. When Brockton was good. When Brockton was good in everything. We were good in hockey. We made it to the Boston Garden in hockey.
What's happening over here, those Catholic schools started sucking up our
Well,
players.
and we lost people moved out of the city. You know what I mean? It's
I've seen a lot of
Catholics in prep schools.
BC High. had
Yeah.
Brockton.
Oh yeah. Zavarian, right. Yep, I agree.
Had 'em, I mean, say,
Right. Prep schools now have a ton of Brockton kids. St. Sebastian's there.
I tell you, back in the 70s, we went 70, 72, 73, 3 straight years of undefeated seasons.
Yep.
But Catholic school wasn't, they didn't get hip to that yet. So we had all Brockton talent.
Peter Colombo. Ken McAfee. Yep. Ken McAfee.
Ken McAfee was in my science class 3 years straight. Nice guy.
6'5".
Big dude.
Yeah.
I never forget freshman year in earth science. He sat right next to me. Very quiet. And say, God, you play football here? And he was like a man.
Yeah. He's probably the best Brockton player of all time.
Yeah.
Most dominant.
Problem was when San Francisco drafted him, and I think I talked to him maybe 10 years later. I said, Ken, what happened? He goes,
Got hurt, right? Did he get hurt?
But he was too slow.
Yeah. I think they wanted to make him a guard. They wanted to make him a tackle, too. And he didn't want to do it. But he was injured by that point anyways. He almost won the Heisman. He came in like second or third in the Heisman Trophy.
Which year?
The year he senior year, 76.
When he played for Notre Dame.
Year Tony Dorsett won.
Him and Joe Montana hooked up for 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
They were awesome.
Yeah. My first year coming up here to watch games was, how old are you, 60?
67.
Oh, yeah. I'm 55, so I started coming up 77, 78, 79. You want to? I'll go up when you're ready. I'm ready. Can you hear me, Miles? I can't hear you.
I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Test. Testing, what?
Can you hear me, Miles?
No.
Nope.
Test, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can hear you both.
As long as you can hear us. Okay. All right.
Can he come up here and figure? Can I get it so I can hear him or no?
I tested it earlier and I couldn't hear both. Put your headphones.
Sure.
Test, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2.
All right. I'll keep playing with my headphones. I can hear you guys.
I mean, I can hear you. I just can't hear you through the headset.
Patrick, can you tighten these one more time, please? Can you tighten these one more time?
We ask you please rise. Remove your hats and direct your attention to the flags in midfield. As we honor and earn through the playing of our national anthem, the flags are proudly displayed by the Brockton High School JROTC Color Guard.
Miles, step over this so it doesn't. There we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field, on a beautiful Saturday. The Brockton Boxers 2024-25 team takes on the New Bedford Whalers here at Marciano Stadium. Leo Genatasio, along with Miles Jackson, Brockton Community Access, Curtis Reese, Patrick Quinn on the production. Today the Boxers come in at 2-4. They face the 1-5 New Bedford Whalers. Miles, a rivalry that dates back to the late Big Three of the late 80s, early 90s, a rivalry which saw Brockton and New Bedford in the 90s split 10 Super Bowl appearances, Brockton winning 3, New Bedford winning 2. But since 2000, Brockton has really dominated this rivalry, with New Bedford only beating Brockton a handful of times.
Yes, and it's definitely going to be a great game day because of the history of these two teams going at it each year. And even though New Bedford's only won one game, Brockton's won a couple, but I look for it to be a great game today. Brockton has the advantage today because they come off a great game against Everett, winning 35-21. So they got the momentum, which should lift them up and on a beautiful day out here in Brockton, Massachusetts.
So the Boxers come in on a one-game winning streak, a game where they were down by 2 touchdowns to the Everett Crimson Tide. Brockton put on a furious comeback in the second half to beat Everett by 2 touchdowns, which resulted in Brockton being in the top 16 for the Division I playoff, Miles.
Yeah, I think it's taken a little time over the season for Brockton's offense to really get going. We've got a new coach who's doing a great job, Coach Silva. But I look for Brockton's offense to continue what they did last week against Everett.
So we talked about Coach Silva, some of his assistants, Coach Shelby, Coach Derek Barrows, the assistants, but Joseph Silva's done a nice job keeping the team together, keeping them focused on winning football games. Some things didn't go for them early in the season, some close games that they lost, so credit to Coach Silva, keeping them focused and getting them back into the playoff race.
Exactly, and that's the key right there. He's got this team focused mentally, and that's a key right there to get the kids to mentally stay focused while you're out there on the football field. Don't make so many mental mistakes, and just keep focused out there on what you're doing and do your job.
So the Whalers come in down 2 of their top players. Number 5 would be Marquise Gonsalves, and number 30 would be Jaron Goodine, a name most Brockton fans will know. JoJo Goodine, one of the great all-time running backs from New Bedford, led them to back-to-back Super Bowl championships. So New Bedford coming in a little undermanned today. It's going to take a complete game for them to upset Brockton.
Oh, definitely going to have a complete plan. As you said, a few of their star players are out on the New Bedford side, so they're going to have to really, some of them players that are going to step in, going to have to step up.
When we talk about Brockton, it all starts with their all-scholastic hopeful running back, Luke Turco, well over 175 yards, 3 touchdowns last week. He leads Division I in running. He's just as good on defense, Miles.
Yeah. Turco is just one of them type of football players who's a football player. Coaches love to have kids like that. I saw him when he was a freshman. I said, this kid is definitely going to be somebody on this football team because he just has a knack for that football, and he's just very, very focused when he's out there.
Special football player, good leader. The Boxers' offensive line, it's going to be the same as last week. Starting at senior will be senior Henry Hank Morse. The guards will be Jaden Seal. Jaden 6', 270. Henry 6'3", 295. The other guard would be Devin DeVega, the senior, 5'11", 355. And the 2 tackles, Cash Petway, the junior, 6'5", 404. And Nathan Berthany, the senior, 6'4", 365. A senior offensive line, Miles.
Definitely a senior offensive line. And like I said, it looks like Brockton's going to kick off first, so they'll get the ball in the second half, the beginning of the second half.
So the Boxers have won the toss. They've deferred. We get seeing Danny DeSilva back out there after last week. That was number 39. He was the kicker. So here we are, the opening kick. It's a good kick. It's going to get down to about the 8-yard line. Yeah, he lost his balance. So a good break for the Boxers as the New Bedford returner lost his footing, and New Bedford will take over 1st and 10 at around 7.5.
Like you said, a break for the Boxers. Not so good for New Bedford. They'll start deep in their own territory, just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's see the New Bedford quarterback coming out today. Looks like number 10, Juez Johnson. We saw him in pregame. Athletic, good arm, good runner. New Bedford usually littered with athletes all over the field, can strike at any time. So it looks like they're going to come out with trips, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, with 1 back in the backfield next to Johnson. The Boxers come out in that customary 4-3 defense. It's a little inside handoff. He bounces it outside, and the Brockton does a nice job with the gang tackling.
Yeah, nice pursuit by the left side of that Brockton defense. Maybe a yard on the carry.
And Xavier Colombo, we've said his name a few times this season, the junior outside linebacker who's been pretty active in the Brockton linebackers. The Brockton linebackers will have Tayshawn Baker and Ahmad Wiggins, a solid group. So about 2nd and 9 for the Whalers. They remain in the same formation. Running backs flip side, and Johnson will remain in the pistol. And just as last week, Brockton jumps off sides on a 2nd and 9. Will give New Bedford 5 easy yards. And we know Coach Silver, that's something will drive him absolutely crazy.
Exactly, especially early on in this football game. That was number 2, Hart, who anticipated, and he shouldn't anticipate. He just got to wait for the ball to be snapped.
So the 5 easy yards will give New Bedford the ball just about the 14-yard line as they'll look at about a 2nd and 4. Again, just the beginning of kickoff here for the Brockton-New Bedford game. The Whalers now will remain in the pistol. They'll flop the receivers one side with an H-back, one lone tailback. The ball's handed off. It's faked. And it's a nice tackle by, looks like that's 52, Ty Baker. A gain of about 1 will bring up 3rd and 3 for the Whalers.
Yeah, nice excuse me. Nice
Shoestring.
string tackle, thank you. Made by the linebacker there, like you said, number 52.
That will be Ty Baker. So 3rd and 3 for the Whalers, as Brockton would like to get off the field here and get the ball back with decent field position. A must-win game for the Boxers if they want to remain in the playoff race.
Yeah, definitely so. That should get you enough
Motivation, right? Yeah.
Right there.
So the Whalers in the same formation with the back behind Johnson. The snap, he's going to hand it off. A little room inside, and Brockton eats that completely right up. Gain tackling, led by number 88, Nathan Jean-Philippe, the junior defensive end, helped out by Ahmad Wiggins and a gang of others, and Brockton will force the punt.
Yeah, good job by the defensive line there. They clogged up the holes, and there was really nowhere for the New Bedford running back to go.
So the Whalers will be punting out of their own end zone. Jared Mighty, hopefully a potential all-scholastic. He's been doing it all over the football field. Offense, defense, special teams, one of the better athletes in Massachusetts.
Yeah, and all year long, a lot of teams have tried to avoid Mighty, especially on kickoffs.
So back to kick will be Sean Waters. And it's Cook, it's decent. Mighty has room. And the fair catch, and Brockton's lucky that didn't hit them. A little miscommunication between Jared Mighty and number 20 for the Boxers. And that would be Robert Moyes. So the Boxers take over at the New Bedford side of the field around the 39-yard line.
Yeah, one problem with that punt was a terrible punt. It didn't go far. You could see maybe 25 yards or so, but that was not a good punt.
So the Boxers, so no Luke Turco today. So the Boxers were just informed by Orlando Gavale, no Luke Turco. So the running back will be number 26, J.C. Rhodes. So the ball's going to be handed off to Jared Mighty. Lot of room to the outside. He turns it up inside, and that's an 8-yard run. So we were informed that Luke Turco was not playing, but he is playing. But J.C. Rhodes gets the start.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the left side of that offense, pushing the defense inward to give the running back some room over there to get a nice little 6-yard carry.
So the 6 yards will lead Brockton to 2nd and 4 as they're at the New Bedford 33-yard line. Marciano, the sophomore quarterback, remains in that customary pistol with an H-back and 2 receivers to the right. And the inside handoff the Rhodes, and New Bedford ate that right up.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Penetration by the defensive line there. I saw number 53 was in on the tackle.
And that will be Niall Montero, as there was no room for Casey Rhodes. The loss of about maybe a half a yard will remain about 3rd down and 4 for the Boxers at the New Bedford, same around about the 38 and a half yard line. 4 down territory. As we see senior fullback Christian Flaherty. The inside handoff, and Casey Rhodes moves his legs, and he's really close to a first down. A nice run by the junior running back.
Yeah, if he got that first down, it's because, like you said, moving his leg just kept moving, even though there were defenders on top of him. He just kept moving, determined to try to get that first down.
So the lead blocked by Christian Flaherty, and the nice run by Casey Rhodes gives the Boxers their first down, as they have it at the Whaler 29-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Christian Flaherty to lead the running back in there. He did a nice job blocking.
So here's the snap. The ball's going to go to Rhodes. A little room outside. He busts it in. And the good blocking on the right side will allow Rhodes a 5-yard carry as he gets it up to the Whaler 25-yard line.
Yeah, Rhodes really has stepped up these last 3 games or so as being a very reliable ball carrier.
And I talked about this with Orlando Miles. Sometimes he dances a little bit, but the last few games, none of that. He's hitting the hole hard and moving his legs and gaining extra yards. That very, very important to an offense.
Yeah,
so second and about 5.
Yep, give the coaches credit on that one.
So the ball's going to go up inside, and that's going to be stopped immediately by, looks like, number 11, Jaheim Sanders for the Whalers.
Yeah, nice job there. Plugging up the hole there by the linebacker.
So the no gain will result in about a 3rd down and 5 as the Boxers will send in an extra receiver. They take out the H-back. Possibly a throwing situation. Tomato's been accurate this season. Coach Barros had his best game of the season last week as the Boxers really were effective from the second quarter on, moving the football and pushing Everett all over the football field.
And that was a little surprise there because, Everett in their history, but Brockton rose to the occasion.
So Samito getting the call is going to remain in the pistol. We got trips to the right, one to the left. Casey Rhodes is the lone back. And the ball's going to be handed off. Rhodes ducks it up inside, and New Bedford will have none of it. Absolutely none of it. As we get the same linebacker there, Jaheim Sanders, who destroyed the Brockton front 5 right there.
Yeah, you could tell by the body language of New Bedford, they're really fired up for this game. Even though they only got 1 win, this is, you have to throw out.
It's a rivalry game.
Yeah, it's a rivalry. And you have to throw out the.
Records don't mean anything. Records mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
And the Boxers, sometimes their emotion at the beginning of the games has been questioned. As the game gets going, they have tuned it up, but there's been times they just come out flat in these football games. So an important 4th down early for the Whalers defensively. 4th and 5 as the Boxers will remain in quads, 3 to the right. The snap's down. Samato's got room. He's got room. He throws it over. And that ball should have been intercepted.
Should have. Brockton's lucky because he could have took it to the house.
That was a telegraph pass looking for Jaden Losabero. And the Brockton drive that started in Bedford territory will die at the 25-yard line. New Bedford will take over.
Yep, so like you said, it was telegraphed. Samito looked right over there, kept his eyes right there on the intended target, and the defense read it perfectly.
Nice job by the Whalers after a 1st down by the Boxers. They were just more physical than Brockton on that second drive. So here we go. The Whalers will take over at their own 25. Johnson will remain in the pistol. The offensive formation has remained the same. The snap is back, and we're going to get, it looks like an illegal procedure.
Yeah.
And 5 yards for New Bedford going backwards.
Yeah, I've just noticed this New Bedford front, offense as well as defense, they got some big boys out there. So Brockton's, it's not going to be easy for Brockton. They're going to have to step up.
One thing about New Bedford, they always have size and speed. Their record may not always be the best, but when they play Brockton, they play with a lot of emotion, and they're usually athletic. Coach DeBrito, a former New Bedford great, always has his team ready to play. So 1st and 15 at the they're on New Bedford 20 as the Boxers looking for a second straight stop. And the ball's going to be handed off to Johnson. There's room outside. He's going to get upfield. There's a lot of room, and it's a good run as New Bedford will gain about 18 yards in the tackle by number 12, Talons Antoine.
Yep, New Bedford's offense did a nice job on that left-hand side to contain the linebacker and the defensive end for Brockton. So when the ball carrier came around there was no one there, so that's why he gained 10-plus yards on the play.
Looks like he pinched in a little bit, and they bounced it to the outside. So the Whalers with good field position, 1st down at the 40-yard line. We're about under 7 minutes of the first quarter of a 0-0 game. Johnson with the ball. He's going to keep it. There's room up the middle. There's a wall in the middle. He's going to get to the outside. And he is going to gain about 20 yards as back-to-back long runs for the Whalers will give them a first down at the Brockton 39-yard line.
Yeah, just as he got through the line, that was a beautiful cut to the outside where he gained another 10 yards on the play at least by the quarterback, Johnson.
So he went untouched for about 15 yards right there before the tackle on the secondaries. The Whalers, for the first time today, have the ball in Brockton territory.
Yep, New Bedford doing a good job on this drive here, marching down the field. Like you said, inside Brockton territory.
So New Bedford remains with an H-back, 2 receivers, 1 back. Johnson in the pistol. And Brockton once again will jump off sides and give New Bedford 5 very easy yards as number 74 on Brockton will be Devin DeVega, as New Bedford will get it at 1st and 5 at the Brockton 33-yard line.
Again, no excuse there. I don't know if he was listening to the quarterback, but you got to look at that snap, at that football.
It's inexcusable stuff. 6 games into the season should not happen. So the Boxers, who have come out a little bit flat today, will face a 1st and 5 for the Whalers at the Brockton 33-yard line. The snap. The fans, it looks like a miss right there. Brockton to the outside. We're going to get a hold of the outs there.
Definitely.
As it looked like a miscommunication between the quarterback and the running back as Brockton stopped that. Let's see if Brockton declines it and will force a 2nd and long.
Yeah, we saw that from up here. That was big number 70 offensive lineman for the New Bedford Whalers. Held one of the Brockton defensive linemen, and it was obvious.
So the Boxers will push him back 10 extra yards. I'm surprised at that one. I thought maybe they would force the 2nd and long and give New Bedford that less, the chance of not giving them extra downs there.
Yeah,
so,
I think because New Bedford's in Brockton territory at about the 35.
So the referees will mark it back 10 yards, and really they only gained about 4-yard difference there. So that's a questionable decision there. So the Whalers will go 1st and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I would have pushed him back myself.
So Johnson in the pistol. He's going to go back for the first time today. He's got time. He jumps up in the pocket. He's going to look to run. And he's going to fumble. And Brockton will get the ball after that.
Yes.
Xavier Colombo after a hard hit by Jalen Jackson and Nathan Philippe.
Well, I tell you, that was a bad decision by the quarterback. Oh, they're going to say he was down. Wow.
So
I don't know.
Referees are going to mark him down. It looks like the ball was out. Do we have that on replay? I don't know if we're going to have. So we're not going to get the replay today. It will be 2nd down as the Boxers on the sack.
Yeah, what Johnson
Johnson
was trying to do, he was trying to make something happen. As he was going down, it looked like he was looking to toss it to one of his ball players there, and that's when the defensive player for Brockton came up and knocked the ball out. And that's a questionable call. Looks like he caught possibly, but we don't have the instant replay today.
Unfortunate break for all the Boxers as the Whalers will go 2nd and 13 at the Boxer 43.5-yard line. Johnson's back. No pressure whatsoever. He's got time. There's a man wide open, and he overthrows it because there was a lot of room there, Miles, if that was completed.
It sure was. A bad pass way above his reach.
So the Boxers will force a 3rd and long, something they've struggled with the past couple of weeks. Let's see if they can tighten down. The Boxer defense last week, after giving up 21 early points to New Bedford, was really good the rest of the football game, forcing 3rd downs and getting off the football field.
Yeah, possibly that could be one of Johnson's Achilles' heels as a quarterback for New Bedford. He might not have a strong or accurate arm, and that'll be in Brockton's favor.
So a timeout on the football field. We're here at about the 3-minute, 52-second mark of the first quarter. Leo Genotasio, along with Miles Jackson, Brockton Community Access. Catch us on the Brockton channels. Curtis Reese, Patrick Quinn on the production. Well, it's a big 3rd down here, Miles. Brockton, if they stop and they force a 4th down, New Bedford go for it in that situation right there?
I don't think so. I think that if unless they can get to about the 35,
Right.
Inside 5 yards, I think they'll go for it, but anything more than that, I think they'll play it safe and punt it.
So the Boxer defense looking to force a fourth down. The Bedford will remain in the pistol with an H-back, one back. Johnson's back. There's a little bit of pressure. He steps up. He's got room to run. And Brockton loses containment as Johnson gets upfield and gains a first down and more.
You're exactly right, Leo. They lost the containment, and Johnson took advantage and did the best thing possible is take off running.
One thing about when you're blitzing, you got to remain behind between yourself and the quarterback. Can't get upfield because there's no place for the Brockton defense to come back and make the play. The field's wide open. So the third down and long conversion once again hurts Brockton as the Johnson scramble will give New Bedford a first down at the Boxer 21-yard line. So Johnson in the pistol with one back behind him. We got two receivers, left and right. And it's a flip play. It's another broken play again as Johnson breaks to the right and he'll throw that out of ground. So it looks like the snap, he wasn't ready, but the Brockton defense also didn't look ready, and Johnson scrambles and makes a smart play, throwing it away instead of losing 4 yards.
I think there should be a flag thrown on it because the halfback kind of moved a little bit, and he just, after he realized what he did, still no flag, so New Bedford caught a break there because I thought it should have been an illegal motion.
So 2nd and 10 for the Whalers. The deepest penetration into Brockton territory today.
Yeah, New Bedford's going to call out. Timeout.
So the Whalers, Mark DeBrito will talk it over as the Boxer defense will gather up with Coach Damar Lee and Coach John Shelby.
Yeah, again, a big break for New Bedford because that tailback and a halfback.
Well, it looks like a legal procedure.
Yeah. And he stood still like he knew he did something wrong, but there was no flag thrown on the play.
Either way, Johnson, very, very alert, throws the ball out of bounds instead of taking the 4-yard loss.
Yep.
And once again, Miles, we talked about it earlier this season. Brockton not playing with a ton of emotion today.
No, I've noticed over this year, Brockton has started out slow. I don't know why, because we're 5-6 games into the season, and they should have gotten over that, but for some reason, they seem to start out slow.
So here we go. New Bedford's going to come back to the line of scrimmage on their second timeout.
And the thing is, you don't want to give New Bedford any type of momentum. And the thing about it is, New Bedford has had the ball quite a bit in that first quarter.
So the Whalers will come out right to the line of scrimmage. The running back is Elias Colombo Sr. with Johnson in the pistol. The box is in their customary 4-3. It's going to be a handoff. There's room. It's stuffed. And we got Armand Wiggins who closes it up fast.
That was a great hit by Wiggins.
So the 3-yard game will leave the Whalers in a 3rd and 7. Looks like 4 down territory.
Yeah, Brockton's really going to have to step up on defense here. Make it a 4th and long and see what New Bedford does. But they can't give up 5-6 yards and have it 4th and 2 or 1.
So here come the Whalers. Looks like they got double tight end with one back, 2 receivers. In his ball, the ball's going to be kept. He's going to keep by the quarterback. The quarterback runs up, and it's a nice blocking by the Whalers left side. He gains 5. We'll leave New Bedford a short 4th and 2.
And you know they're going to go for it. This deep in Brockton territory, you know the New Bedford Whalers will run for the ball.
So the Whalers on a 4th and about 2.5 at the Boxer. Looks like the 12.5, 13-yard line as the Boxers look to get off the field. Give me nothing pretty here, Miles. I think we're going to see the quarterback keeper a 15 right off tackle.
Exactly.
The Boxers with only 4 down linemen on a 4th and short. And the quarterback keeps the ball, and that's going to be really close, but I think he gets it.
All right, he got it.
So, before 2 yards, there was 2 yards of space before any contact from the Boxers, and it was just a nice hole that he ran into right there for the first down as the Whalers will get a 1st and goal at the Boxer 8-yard line.
Yeah, the offense has figured out with that quarterback option or quarterback draw, and they're gaining some big yardage on the play.
I'd like to see the Brockton bring in extra defensive linemen in the 4th and short right there and make those holes a little bit smaller.
That's a good point.
So the Whalers in a 1st and goal as we're under the 2-minute mark of the first quarter of a 0-0 game. Deepest penetration by either team. As we are going to get I think we're going to get a sideline warning for one of the coaches from Brockton being out the football field.
Just by the referee pointing over at the coaching staff, you can tell he's warning them about something.
And the Brockton coach has got to be pulling their hair out of their head with this stop from Brockton once again coming out of flat. So, the Whalers, 1st and goal situation, remain in the same formation, nothing fancy. It's going to be a handoff. He gets to the outside, he breaks the tackle, and he is going to get to about the 4-yard line with the flag on the field.
Yeah, most likely holding on the offense, which will be a big lift for Brockton.
So we're waiting for the call. That is going to be a hold. We're pushing Bedford back 10 yards.
And the defense needs that.
So a self-inflicted penalty from the Whalers right there will march them back 10 yards as we are at the 1-minute mark of a 0-0 game.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach for New Bedford is pulling the hair out of his head. You know?
Penalties will drive coaches into early graves and early retirement.
And early baldness.
So the Whalers will get it about their 18-yard line, 1st and goal, as the Boxers, once again, defense looks to get off the field. Once again, we have not seen Luke Turco on the football field today. And you know what? They miss him on offense. They miss him at safety, too.
They do.
So Johnson remains in the pistol with one back. The Boxers remain in that customary 4-3. And it's going to be an option. The pitch is going to go to the right. There's not a lot of room. He bounces to the outside. He breaks the tackle. And we got Armand Wiggins, and I think we're going to get another hold. Because Brockton sniffed that out pretty well.
Excellent pursuit by the Boxers on that pitch out.
So I'm getting told that we are going to get a block in the back for the Whalers. That will be 15 yards, I believe, Miles.
Yeah.
I think Brockton likes being on 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 25.
Yeah, right now, New Bedford is making some mental mistakes at the wrong time. They were inside the 10-yard line of Brockton's before these mistakes started happening.
I think if it's 15, they're going to be over the 30. We'll see where it gets marked off to. As the referee...
It's a 10-yard penalty.
So the 10-yard penalty will push that back to the 28-yard line as the Whalers will go 1st and goal from the 28. As Brockton has stiffened up here when needed to. So Johnson's going to come out. And a 1st and goal with 2 backs. And he's going to dip back. He's got time. He's going to look. He's got a man down the middle. And that is a great play by Jared Mighty.
Yeah.
Going up with the left hand and deflecting that ball.
Yeah, he timed that perfectly. Went over from the safety position and helped out his cornerback over there.
The ball was intended to the Bedford tight end, and it was a nicely placed ball. Mighty, with that athleticism, gets over just in time to curtail a touchdown. So the Whalers at a 2nd and goal.
That's something. 2nd and goal, and the ball is at the 28-yard line. That just goes to show you where New Bedford was when it was 1st and goal. Penalties, kill.
Penalties. So Johnson is in the pistol with no backs and 5 receivers. He's back. They got pressure. They run upfield again. As they run, there's going to be a tackle by number 52, Ty Baker.
Ty showing his speed there, tracking down the quarterback.
The defensive ends once again came upfield a little bit too much. They gave Johnson a little open space there, but Ty Baker, the senior linebacker, came up with a fantastic tackle for the 4-yard loss that will result in a 3rd and goal from the 32.
Yeah, and that was great defensive line pressure on the quarterback to force the quarterback to come out of the pocket, and he was chased down by the linebacker there.
So as we end to the first quarter here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field, Leo Giannatasio along with Miles Jackson, New Bedford 0, Brockton 0.
Gee, that seemed like that was a long first quarter.
So, Miles, we pick it up here as we get to the second quarter. We'll switch end zones. The Bedford will go to the north end of the end zone. And a third and goal, how many plays do you have in your playbook for a third and goal for 32?
Exactly. The only positive thing about New Bedford on this drive, they've kept the ball quite a bit of time here in that first quarter and has kept the Brockton offense off the field.
Brockton with one possession. They took over after a quick punt from New Bedford. Brockton took over inside New Bedford about the 42-yard line. Brockton, after a first down, they got it to as far as about the 30. And on a fourth down play, New Bedford nearly intercepted the ball. New Bedford has gotten the ball back and taken up much of the first quarter. A drive that got down as deep as the 8-yard line has been pushed back by penalties and a sack, as New Bedford now will face a third down at the 32-yard line.
Brockton's defense needs to hold here. Don't give up no more than 3 or 4 yards and force New Bedford to make a big decision on what to do.
Well, you look at a play like this, it's sometimes a quarterback keeper, sometimes a screen pass, sometimes you take a shot downfield hoping for a flag. So Johnson will remain the pistol with one back. He's back, he rolls to the left, he throws it back to the right. Is Brockton trying to sniff that out pretty good? And that's good defense. And a terrific tackle by number 7, Armand Wiggins.
Wow.
Violent tackle.
Impact tackle by number 7, senior Armand.
That was a beautiful hit. Shoulder pad into the chest.
Clean.
Clean.
So New Bedford now on fourth down. Let's see if they punt and try to get Brockton backed up. They lost about a yard on that play. It's fourth down at the 33-yard line as Coach Shelby's defense is stiffened up at the perfect time.
Oh, great job by the defense there to hold.
As New Bedford looks like they will send in the punter.
Even though I still see the quarterback in there.
So, yes.
Oh, they're going to go.
They will go for it. So, the Whalers. Brockton should have everyone back near that goal line. They have to score a touchdown or the ball is turned over. And it's a nice quarterback keeper, and they try to gain a few yards. And they will turn the ball back over to the Boxers.
Now, I don't know if that was a good call there by the coach for New Bedford. If you punt it, even if it goes in the end zone, they just get it back at the 20, but Brockton is at about the 30.
I think maybe they thought Brockton would have everyone back and the running back, the quarterback could pick up 10, 15 yards.
Thought they could
and Brockton,
defense, and they did.
So the Boxers will take over as we will see Luke Turco in the backfield for the first time today as Marciano comes out for the second drive for the Boxers. First and 10 at the 30-yard line of a 0-0 game. As we're going to get a 5-yard penalty on the Boxers, their third penalty of the day. Another procedure penalty that's got to drive the coaches insane.
Insane.
Inexcusable stuff. Really inexcusable stuff.
Inexcusable, Leo.
So the first and 15 will march the Boxers back 5 yards. As Samito looks over to Coach Barrows. The lone back will be Luke Turco with an H-back. Samito will hand the ball to Turco. Turco bounces it up inside. And great game tackling by the Whalers. Led by number 55. Jelani Jackson.
Yeah, there were at least 8 New Bedford players on that play.
As their defensive line has really won the battle inside today between the Brockton offensive line and the Bedford defense. So the gain of about a yard will force Brockton back to a 2nd and 14.
Yeah, right now, New Bedford's defense is controlling the trenches.
They're more physical.
Yeah, more physical.
So we are going to get a timeout as Brockton really just not with it right now on offense, Miles.
Yeah, that's why the coach called the timeout. He didn't like what he saw, so he's getting his offense over there to talk to him.
So we're here at the 10-minute mark of the second quarter of a 0-0 game. Leo Giannatasio along with Miles Jackson, Curtis Reeves, Patrick Wynn on the productions, Brockton Community Access. Catch us on the Brockton channels.
And Brockton, what this offense got to stay on the field for a while, give their defense a rest. They're going to have to march down the field and do some ball control here, because that's what New Bedford did in that first quarter. As you said, Brockton only had the ball one time with their offense in the first quarter.
Coach Sabito has his team ready to play today. They've been more physical. They've controlled the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I feel like Coach Sabito feels like he should be up a couple touchdowns, or at least one.
At least one.
So
they were down there inside the 10-yard line, and luckily for Brockton, New Bedford made some mistakes, and the ball, they went backwards instead of forwards.
So the Boxers come out at a 2nd and 14. They're going to go in the eye this time. Oh, an offset eye with the Christian Flaherty and Luke Turco. Samedo under center. And it's going to be a handoff to Turco up the middle, and that is stopped nicely by New Bedford. Not any room to go. So the Whalers will force a 3rd and long for Brockton at around the 29-yard line. Game tackling led by the Whaler linebacker corps.
I think Brockton's going to have to do some play action or something, because right now the offensive line is being controlled by the defensive line of New Bedford's.
New Bedford's going to force Brockton to throw the ball and beat them. They got everyone inside the box. They're playing man coverage with a safety, 2 safeties back with 7 guys in the box. So Samedo remains in the pistol with 4 receivers. He's back, he has time, he has a lot of time. He throws the ball over the middle, it's caught by Jaden Mochibero, and that will be a 12-yard gain.
Yeah, nice job there by the offensive line to give the quarterback time in the pocket, and he finds his receiver who ran a nice route.
And Jaden Mochibero is shifting at that first down marker, using his body to gain a couple extra yards, and the pass completion will give Brockton a first down as they look to move fast. New Bedford's got everyone in the box now. No safety back. And we're going to get a 5-yard penalty and a procedure penalty once again. Just a really bad penalty.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for that.
So the 5-yard penalty will move the boxes back. Stop some of that momentum they had on that 3rd down pitch and catch. So the 5-yard mark back will give Brockton the ball at their own, looks like the 36.5-yard line, as Samedo talks to Coach Barros. New Bedford with no one back but 1 safety. Flaherty in motion. The ball's back. The ball's going to be handed to Zerg. There's nowhere to go. No, New Bedford's going to eat that up. When you see that 10 men in the box, you gotta change that call, because there's nowhere to run.
Yeah.
So the 3-yard loss will be Brockton 2nd and long.
Yeah, they had at least 8 players up on the line, and again, they're gonna have to do some play action.
They're not gonna let Luke Turco beat them.
No.
If they're gonna lose there, it's gonna be by the sophomore quarterback. There's nowhere to run right there. So 2nd and about 18 for the Boxers. They're going to go trips to the right, 1 to the left. Luke Turco is the back. Samedo's back. He's back. He's got time. He rolls to the right. He rolls. He's going to cut upfield. There's really nowhere to go. So New Bedford, with good coverage down the field, forces the sack as the Boxers will face 3rd and long.
Again, great defensive pursuit, getting through that line and putting pressure on the quarterback to roll out of the pocket.
So New Bedford is forcing Brockton to get out of their comfort zone of handing the ball off to Luke Turco and speed sweeps with Jared Mighty. They're going to make other guys beat them today, as Coach Saberto has really devised up a good game plan early in the football game.
Yes, he has.
Let's see if Brockton can make some adjustments. So the 3rd and long for the Boxers. Samito's back. He's back. There's not much time. He looks, and he's going to, I like to see him stay in the pocket. There's not any place to go.
Boy, that was a beautiful cutback to get that first down.
No first down. So Brockton will punt. It's going to be 4th and 10. When Samito leaves the pocket like that, he gives you really no chance of making a first down, as the Boxers, after a first down and 3rd and long, moves backwards, and they will be punting the ball back into Bedford.
Yeah, I didn't realize how far they had to go for a first down. Just got a little excited there.
If there was, it would have been a good cutback for a first down. So back to punt for the Boxers will be number 16, Danny DeSilva, as the Bedford will send back.
Number 9, too.
Ben Sharples and Alex Colombo. Snap is down, snap is good. And the kick is, hopefully get a good bounce. No, it's really not a good punt. So it's going to be maybe a 20-yard punt, as Bedford will take over a good field position, as really nothing's working today for Brockton on offense.
Yeah, that wasn't a good punt by the punter.
So we're at about the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. New Bedford and Brockton are scoreless. The Whalers will take over for their 3rd possession of the day at their own 45-yard line.
Well, the Box defense is going to have to work hard here, try to make New Bedford do 4 and out, and get their offense back out there on the field.
The Boxers cannot lose one of these next 2 games if they want to make the playoffs. Johnson will remain the pistol at 1 back. New Bedford now will jump off sides, and they'll run back 5 yards and give themselves a 1st and 15 as the ball will move back to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of jitters and high anxiety on both sides of the ball.
6 games into the season, just, penalties that should be worked out during the week of practice.
Worked out. Exactly.
So the Whalers in 1st and 15 at their 40. They'll remain in the pistol. The back will be Elias Cologne. Johnson's going to hand the ball off to Cologne. Cologne busted up the middle. He gains extra yards, and that would be about an 8-yard run, as it didn't look like there was much there. But a missed tackle will allow them to gain about 90 yards.
Yeah, he busted right through that line, and then, again, a missed tackle, then a shoestring tackle for about looks like they're about 6 yards away from the first down marker, but 2nd down.
So 2nd and 6 from the Whalers, right around the midfield mark at their Bedford own 49-yard line, as the Whalers look to get on the board here. Johnson will hand the ball off. No, he keeps it. He has room. He'll gain about 3 yards and will force a 3rd down for the Whalers at about 4.
And I hope Brockton's coaches made some adjustments on that, because it seems like
same place.
That's working for the offense, is that quarterback fake or quarterback draw, and he seems to be getting 5-6 yards on each carry when he runs.
Nothing cute from the Whalers.
Nothing at all.
Just pushing some bodies back, handing the ball off, and a quarterback keeper. So the Whalers will have it now on a 3rd down and short inside Brockton territory as we climb under the 5-minute mark of a 0-0 game.
Bedford has scored 7 points in the last 5 games. Yep.
Johnson in the pistol. He has time. He looks, and that looks like it should be stopped for a sack by the Boxers.
Now, the key to that play was when he went to pass, big number 88 put his hands up, which was very smart for a defensive end. So he couldn't pass the ball, so he ended up trying to run. So just a great job there on the defensive end side of big number 88.
Nathan Jean Philippe there, Miles, along with Jalen Jackson, will force the 4th down as Jared Mighty will be sent back. The Boxers look to get the ball back here with a chance to score and get the first possession of the second half, the old double score made famous by Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Yeah, that was a big defensive play for the Boxers to get their offense back on the field.
So the 4th down, the punt is going to be a good one.
Yes.
Jared Mighty picks it up. He's going to have room to run. He gets upfield. He looks the outside. He gets the right. He gets the left. He busts a move. And he is going to gain about 20 yards on that return.
Nice return by the punt returner.
So Mighty did that on his own right there. He made 3 Whalers miss as the Boxers will come out in good field position in a 0-0 game.
Yeah, Mighty has a knack for when he receives that punt. He knows where to follow his blocks, and he knows how to kind of dip and dab and have the defense miss the tackles.
He has a good feeling in space. He really does. So the Boxers take over at the 39. Luke Turco being the main back here. Smedo in the pistol, 3 receivers to the right. The Boxers looking to get on the scoreboard of a 0-0 game. Smedo's back. He's going to throw the ball. It's going to be a screen pass to Mighty. He gets upfield. He has room. He gets to the outside. If he makes a man miss, he stays in bounds for another extra 10 yards. But there is a flag on the field, and they're going to get a hold.
That's a killer.
So the long play by the Boxers will be called back as the hold by the Boxer receiver will push the Boxers back. It looks like it'll be like a 1st and maybe 8 because that was 13 yards upfield.
Yeah, that's
another penalty.
That's a killer.
Just don't need to do it. Mighty had already made a miss.
Especially on a big play like that, and someone makes a mental mistake. And it's going to cost the Boxers big time.
Double-digit penalties almost routinely for the Boxers now. Got to be once again we say it. Got to be driving the coaches crazy. It's one thing to lose football games. It's another thing to play undisciplined football. And when Brockton's disciplined, they've been good.
And right now, like you said, they're playing undisciplined football out there.
So
some strange reason.
It'll be 1st and 8 for the Boxers as the long play is brought back. Smedo will remain in the pistol in an empty backfield. Luke Turco in the slot. Smedo's been accurate today.
He has. And it's a windy day.
So the motion. The ball's going to go to Turco on the outside. Not a water. He makes a man miss. Luke gets upfield.
That was a great catch because that ball was just in front of him, and Turco reached out and just caught it in stride. Another flag?
So we're going to get another flag, and the Boxers going to look like they're going to have back-to-back first downs. Call back for another penalty. And it looks like that's going to be an illegal motion, 2-men in motion. Another penalty that's just inexcusable. I've said it many times today. It should not happen. So another first down wiped off the board as the Boxers move 5 yards back. It will be 1st down and 13.
And a great effort by Turco wiped off the boards.
And that was a special play. Great catch. He made 3 men miss. Got upfield for the first down as the Boxers are moving backwards. So the Boxers on a 1st and 13 at their own 36-yard line. Semedo's going to be in an empty set. The ball's going to go to Mighty in motion. A good block by Turco. Mighty cuts it outside, and New Bedford defends it nicely as Mighty will stay on his feet, and Brockton will gain.
Should be a flag there, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get 15. That's just a silly penalty.
Yeah, silly penalty. He was already out of bounds, and he comes in.
New Bedford's going to give Brockton 15 yards right there as they really closed that up nicely as Mighty had gained 5 yards. The 15 extra yards will give the Boxers a first down into New Bedford territory.
Yeah, big break for the Boxers there. And another mental mistake, this time on New Bedford.
Both teams with some really costly penalties today. So the 15 yards should result in a Boxer first down. Coach DeBerto doesn't like it.
Well, it was on. We could see it clearly.
It's on the other side of the field.
Yeah, he's on the other side of the field, so
the,
he doesn't see where the out of bounds
right.
is from way over there.
There's always a group of players around it too, so it's a tough for him to see it. So the first down for the Boxers inside New Bedford territory for the second time today. We're about the 2 minute, plenty of time for the Boxers to get on the scoreboard here. They're going to go trips to the right, one to the left. Luke Turco will remain the lone back. Not a lot of yards for Turco. Not a lot of space today for the Boxers up front. The Bedford defensive line has been really good. and they're going to throw. There's a lot of time. He has the ball, and it's going to be a nice throw, pitch and catch. And the ball, he throws the ball out of bounds, unfortunately.
He caught it, but he came down with both feet out of bounds.
So Jaden Newton caught that ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. As he either lost where he was on the sideline, or Semedo threw that out of bounds. It was one of the two, because he was wide open on the play.
Again, he caught it, but when he landed, both feet were out of bounds. If he could have kept 1 foot in bounds, that would have been a legal catch.
So the Boxers at 2nd and 10 will go trips to the right. And the pitch is going to go outside for Turco. He busts it up inside, and there's just really no room there. The Bedford linebackers have been active. So it looks like number 4 there, Jatavius Penway, on the tackle will force a 3rd and long for the Boxers, as the New Bedford defensive line and linebackers have really won the war of attrition today.
So far.
So 3rd and long for the Boxers at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, I apologize, in a 0-0 game. As Coach Barris has got to devise something different here, because what the Brockton has been doing has not been working today.
Some of the things have been working, but the plays that have worked have come back because of penalties.
So we are at a timeout at the 1:44 mark. Brockton in a 3rd and long in a 0-0 game. New Bedford, Miles, New Bedford came ready to play today.
They definitely came ready to play.
We just heard from Orlando Galveo. New Bedford scored 7 points in their past 5 games.
Yes, they haven't scored many points during this season, and really there's no excuse for Brockton not to score some points here in the first half. They still got a lot of time, 1 minute, 44 seconds left. They still can get down the field, but they have to play mental-free football, because most of their big plays have been called back.
So the Boxers are going to be coming out of a timeout at the 1:44 mark. Leo Genetasio along with Miles Jackson. Brockton Community Access. Curtis Reese, Patrick Quinn on the production. The postman Mike Simmons down in South Carolina.
Yeah, Paris.
Rooting his son who's graduating
from the Marines.
The real heroes out there. Anyone who serves for the United States military. So let's see what the Boxers devise up here. They have been stagnant on offense today. Things have, like we said, some stuff has worked, but it's been called back.
Yeah, I'll probably stop.
In a must-win game for all the Boxers. So Semedo's going to come right out with no huddle. The Boxers are going to remain with 4 receivers. Luke Turco's going to remain in their own back.
Big 3rd down for the Boxers here.
Semedo's back. He's back. Not a lot of pressure, and we're going to get a hold on the Boxers. Semedo throws the ball, and that's going to be out of bounds. The play's out of bounds. So Brockton, just another penalty that shouldn't happen. He would number 51 had forced himself outside.
I think number
Devon
7
Shields.
holding.
And he was going right down to the ground. So Brockton's going to be forced to punt here, as New Bedford's going to decline it.
Yeah.
And they will get the ball back, as they will pump the ball back to the Whalers. Coach Silver's going to have to talk to the troops, the coaches, because this is about as poor a first half as Brockton's played in a while.
Yeah, that was an ugly offensive performance right there on that particular drive. Brockton could get it together. They had some great plays, but they were called back because of penalties.
We talked about the emotion of the last week's game trying to trickle through the next few. Just hasn't today. So Davey DeSilva's back to punt. The snap is, it's not a good one, but he's going to have time to punt it. And the punt's actually going to be a good one. And the ball will bounce as the Whalers take it. He gets upfield as Brockton stopped playing there. New Bedford gained 7 extra yards because the Whaler number 11,
Smartly,
Jaheim Sanders saw that Brockton had stopped on their pursuit and gained 7 extra yards. As the Whalers will get pretty good field position.
Yeah, that was good by the punter. He stayed cool and calm. There was no rush, and he got a nice punt, but Brockton didn't cover it well.
So poor special teams here. The snap not good, and the coverage
not good.
Didn't finish up the play. So the Whalers will come out today on this drive. Johnson's going to be Let's see if they throw the ball, Miles. They haven't thrown it a ton today.
Yeah, Brockton's defense have to be careful.
Johnson's back. He's back. May Beam is looking for it. It's going to be a screen pass. They have a little bit of room there. Move inside. He makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. And it's going to be a 15-yard gain on 3 missed tackles from the Brockton defense.
Yeah, bad tackling there by Brockton's defense. No excuse for them to be inside the 50-yard line of Brockton's.
So the screen pass is a smart call from Coach DeBrito. The missed tackles will allow number 15 for the Whalers, Elias Colombo, gain the first down as they'll get inside Brockton territory as we're going to go under a minute of the first half. Johnson remains in the pistol. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And the ball's going to be handed off as they will gain 9 yards, 9 tough yards. But I think Brockton will take that right there. As the Bedford, I think that's their last timeout.
Yeah, that was a nice hole opened up by New Bedford's offensive line there.
Coach DeBrito will have a couple plays called because I don't believe New Bedford has any more timeouts. If they do, it's 1 more. 40 seconds, still plenty of time to get down the field, Miles, and either a touchdown or a field goal.
Yes, indeed. And right now, New Bedford has the momentum.
They've been the better team.
Yeah.
They've been the better team. Coach DeBrito is going to get that locker and be proud of his kids. Brockton's lucky they're not down by a score.
They sure are.
So the Boxer defense looking to get another stop. Coach John Shelby, over the last 4 quarters, has not given up a point. They've been tough when they've had to. There's been some yards gained in between the 20s, but Brockton has buckled down when the ball has gotten down into territories where it's been short yardage. So let's see what Brockton devises up here as New Bedford's going to come right to the line of scrimmage as their quarterback, Julius Johnson, has been really good today.
Yeah, we got a nice crowd here for homecoming. Beautiful Saturday afternoon, fall afternoon.
City of Champions, 11-time Super Bowl champion, Brockton Boxers, 18 state championships, started here in 1970, Coach Colombo's first state championship team. So Johnson's back, and I think we're going to get a procedure there.
Yep.
There's no flag. I don't see a flag on the field. I don't know what the call is.
Well, the referee right there with the football was doing the illegal procedure.
He's going to call the 5-yard penalty as New Bedford will lose a few seconds, and that will push them back. Will be second and about 6 at the Boxer 45 as New Bedford and Brockton just shooting themselves in the foot today with penalties.
Yes, indeed. Both teams shooting themselves in the foot.
So let's see what New Bedford does here. They're going to go 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Luke Turco is not in the secondary, as Johnson will remain in the pistol. The lone back will be Elias Cologne. Johnson's got time. Brockton brings pressure. He's going to throw the ball, and it's
not a good throw.
Good defense by the Boxers. In space, Jared Mighty on the coverage, and the Boxers put a little pressure on Johnson. Will force a 3rd and long for the Whalers. And I don't think they're going to give Brockton the ball back in midfield there, Miles, if they don't make this.
That was a terrible throw. It was down 2 yards at least in front of the receiver.
So the Whalers' best plays today on 3rd and long have been quarterback keepers and screen passes. Let's see what the Boxers do here defensively. Looks like about 3rd and 6. Johnson's going to remain the pistol with 1 back. And he's back. He's got time. The Brockton puts a little pressure. It is going to be a screen pass. Let's see if Brockton sniffs it out, and they will. And that's Ty Baker coming up from the linebacker position, who sniffed it out and will cause the 2-yard loss.
He sniffed it out, and he made a good tackle.
So Coach Shelby, he knew it was coming, as Brockton will force the 4th down and the punt. And anytime Brockton's had some punt returns this year, last week at the end of the first half, Luke Turco took one back, which got Brockton within 7. Let's see what they have here. I don't think the Bedford's going to go, are they, Miles?
No, I think they'll punt it. Even though it's 24 seconds left, they might try to run out the it's going to be interesting.
If they give Brockton the ball back here at midfield, I think they got to be happy going into the locker room 0-0. They think they should be winning, but they don't want to give up a cheap score here. No. But I know they don't want to up Mighty or Turco return the ball either. So let's see what the Whalers do here. They keep their quarterback on the field. They're playing to win this football game. So the Boxers, if they get a stop here, we'll take over a good field position. Last time a 4th down, it was a quarterback keeper. Johnson's back. They're going to take a shot. Brockton jumps upfield. He's going to throw. He's going to throw it deep. He has a man open. And it is. Oh!
Went through his
hands. It was a perfect throw.
And I tell you, though, Lou, that was very close where the quarterback was just, he was at the line of scrimmage. It looked like, it looked to me like he was a foot over the line of scrimmage, but there was no flag. But big break for the Boxers there.
So Jartavius Penroe was there. If he had caught him, it was a touchdown. The Boxers fortunate to get the ball back. They got 17 seconds left. Danny DePina can't kick field goals. Let's see what Brockton does here if they take a few shots with the athletic wide receiver core that they have.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. I mean, their passing has been okay, but that's what they got to do. They got to pass the ball. Maybe something can happen down there, pass interference, or they could actually catch the football. And score.
So the Boxers are going to come out in a 5-receiver set with Turco in the slot. Look like the Bedford's lined up offsides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to get an offsides.
The right defensive tackle there.
Yeah, he's lined up offsides. So the 5 easy yards for the Boxers will put the ball right around midfield. Semedo does have an arm to get it down there. I don't know what the breeze is, but he does have an arm to get it down there. The sophomore quarterback does show arm strength when needed.
I'm looking at these beautiful autumn trees.
Foliage is beautiful here in beautiful Brockton.
And it just looks like the wind is kind of swirling all over the place.
So Semedo comes out. Coach Barrow's talking to him. The Boxers do have a timeout left. The formation stays the same with Luke Turco in the slot.
Just take a freaking knee.
Semedo's back. He's back. He takes time. He throws the ball over the middle. And it is right off the fingertips of Jalen Mosavero and a good tackle.
Nice hit.
By number 5, Marquise Gonsalves.
And Ribeiro, he feels that one. He's going to have to come out.
Ball did hit him in the hands as Ribeiro's going to come out. As he was hit pretty good right there.
Yeah, that was a good hit.
So the Boxers with 12 seconds left. Let's see what they have devised right here as Lopes Ribeiro looks like he has the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, good timing on the safety there to make the play.
The Bedford defense has been immense today. So Semedo on 2nd and 10 at the Bedford 49-yard line at 12 seconds left. And it's going to be a screen pass to Turco. Turco cuts it back upfield, cuts it outside, gets out. He tries to cut it back inside. And Brockton will get a first down at about the 31-yard line. And a good play call by Coach Barrows.
Yeah.
We'll get Brockton down to the deepest penetration of Bedford today at the 31-yard line. And let's see if they'll send out Danny DePina for the field goal.
Because he does have a strong arm. Strong foot.
They've tried a few this year. He's come up just short. The wind, I think the wind is blowing. It's a crosswind today.
Yeah.
It would be a 48-yard kick, a little bit beyond maybe what he has.
Yeah.
Let's see if Brockton throws the ball in the end zone.
I tell you, if they were playing in a dome, they would set
Perfect
out
conditions.
perfect conditions for the kicker with a strong leg.
So we are at 5 seconds of the second half. The Boxers and the Whalers are tied 0-0. Leo Genatasio, along with the other legend, Miles Jackson, longtime commentator for Brockton sports. He's been around as long as Brockton football.
Yeah, probably sometime in the mid-90s.
So Miles has called some Brockton championships. I called some in the early 90s. You called some in the mid-2000s. So me and you have been around a few championship football teams here in Brockton.
I tell you, the
Any favorite? What's your favorite moment, Miles, you've called?
When I called the Everett Brockton football game in Waltham.
Richard Johnson's 94-yard.
Johnson's 94-yard touchdown run.
Your call to that, right? You and Brian Madden. That call
Brian
today
Madden.
is
Yes.
A lot of Boxer fans remember that call.
They'll forget it.
So the Boxers come out here with the last play of the first half, unless there's a penalty. Semedo does have the arm to get it to the end zone.
He does.
Luke Turco will remain back there, smart by Coach Barrows in case of a fumble. Semedo's back. He has time. He looks up. He's going to take a chance. The ball's thrown over the middle. And it is Incomplete, and then
Down nicely by the defender.
so that was number 19 for the Whalers. For knocked that down. The safety knocked that down. And we're going to go into halftime here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. Brockton 0, New Bedford 0, Miles.
I tell you, without Turco in there in that first quarter, hurt Brockton on defense as well as offense. So they're going to have to go into the locker room. Coach Silver's going to have to talk to his team to get mentally in touch with what's going on out there. They're basically giving the game to New Bedford.
Brockton offensively has been stagnant. Coach Shelby, 4 straight quarters of not giving up a point. Brockton stiffened when it's had to. But one thing Coach Silver has done this year, he has had his troops ready to play in the second half. So we're going to head into halftime. Leo Genotasio along with Miles Jackson, Curtis Weeks, and Patrick Quinn in the productions. We'll see you in the second half.
At this time, we'd like to recognize the seniors from our band, color guard, and halftime dancers. From the band, Michael Branda, Nadson Chavani, Ryan Sinelli, Philip Elchami, Nicholas Gaynor, Michael Giusti, Ashton Greenstein, Ash Hayden, Sanaya Lindo, Stephen McCormick, Rory McCauley,
This is the coaching.
Shane McAvoy,
They think they just show up and win.
Noel Milton, Brian Williams, Len Overstreet, Rhea Parrott, Noah Pierre, Darnell Pierre, Janelle Robinson, Elijah Roman, Lydia Santiago, Lydia Soares, Anna Strapinis, Kamari Wilson. Now we'd like to recognize the seniors from the color guard. Alexis Burnham, Chloe Chavez, Nicholas Colby, Jocelyn Minchala, Johnny Rivera Quinones. Now we'd like to recognize our halftime dancers, seniors, Tatiana DeRosa, Amaya Duarte, Abigail Marceline, Haley White, Jason Tavares, and Sophia Vera. On behalf of the Brockton community, we want to thank our seniors for years of dedication and entertainment. Good luck to your futures. Thank you. And now the presentation of Fuego.
What's up? Hard to watch. They already said it. I didn't hear it. Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, guy already came in. 388. Red ticket. Red ticket. 388. Yeah, some guy already came in. Like $350.
points?
14. They're not stopping now.
They're not big enough when the Mets are this small.
The Dave freaking got so much yards. Got 300. Another Dave's got 302 yards right now. I've never seen a team play this bad. Like they're playing here.
They don't look ready to play. They're just not ready to play. That's coaching.
You like the football today?
Huh?
About the Dodgers yesterday. Leo, this might be the worst.
Sure, if he last year first half, they're losing 7-3, remember?
This is worse.
Instead of just little screen passes, it's not the defense. The defense hasn't been okay. It hasn't been great. It's just the defense is limited. They just it's not the defense. Hello. Stand next to me.
Who does a good job? Who does a good job?
Oh. Yeah, it's great.
Like the rules say? You don't like it today? It's Toronto. No beat Toronto. After Katie.
Let's hear it for the Brockton High School Marching Band.
Get ready to go. I want to come up. See you, buddy. Thank you.
All right.
Now joining the marching band.
You gotta stand next to me.
Welcome our
Yeah.
future Brockton High School marching band members.
I wanted to play Eye of the Tiger at halftime. I mean, when they're done. No, I got it right here.
Give me your phone for a second. Huh? I'm going to show you something. Come here. Go to your...
And will now be performing alongside the Brockton High School marching band with their rendition of Smooth.
I know.
Yes, this is so good.
Yeah. It's about the football team, man.
Played good last week for a half.
It's a joke, isn't it?
You're right. A good coach, DeBerto. No, it's not live anyways. He can edit everything.
Nah, I just don't want to. Like I said, it's all live.
You can get real bad sometimes.
Yeah, but.
Can we come up at any time?
Yeah, you can ready.
Okay. Be ready to go when this is done. Yeah? I need a New Bedford roster. Put it down between both of us. No. Do you have one?
No, I'm just going to put it like this.
Yeah, like that, so we both see it.
Hey, my guy's here. What's up, man?
My guy.
Yes, sir. The man. How you doing? It's bad, Tony. I tried it. It's good. It's good. Tony. So bad, man. Really. Because I'm not going to be... Well, the camera's going to be over there. Go on the side.
We need to... What do we got?
Or you can sit
Lando.
behind. Just
let him get through here.
Yeah. Come sit in the back, Tony. Go sit in the back. See. Over here.
You ready to come up?
Bali.
Are you ready to come up?
And the future of the program, right there, best in state.
Welcome back to Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field. Second half action, Leo Genetasio. I'm now with the Brockton legend, Orlando Galveo. Orlando, the Boxers and the Whalers, 0-0 first half. A half that was dominated mostly by New Bedford's interior lines.
Surprise. And who saw this coming in? And we call it how it is. Brockton looked like this is the first game of the season. That's how when I was watching from the side there, I couldn't tell if this is the sixth game of the season or the first game of the season, Leo.
So the Boxers came out flat after last week's really emotional comeback victory over the Everett Crimson Tide. The Boxers, after a first stop getting New Bedford to punt the ball, took over inside New Bedford territory. After a first down, Brockton on a fourth down, New Bedford almost intercepts the ball. The Whalers get the ball back. They drive down to the Boxer 8-yard line. 2 penalties and a sack. The Brockton takes the ball over, but since then, the Brockton really not much offense other than a few plays called back by penalties.
Yeah, you said 2 penalties. That's what saved Brockton, basically. From New Bedford getting in the end zones, the New Bedford mishaps on the penalties. When you look at New Bedford, Jules Johnson right now, the quarterback, looks like Cam Newton. doing what he wants. When the play breaks down, he's scampering for 24 yards and extending the play. And then another player that's hurting Brockton is the running back, Elias Colombo. I mean, Brockton, from their side, Leo, I don't know. It just seems like an offense that's playing football for the first time this year.
So the Boxers obviously came out stagnant, but you got to give Coach John Shelby and that defense credit. Each time New Bedford's mustered some offense, Brockton has been able to get off the field without surrendering points.
If there's a silver lining, correct. That's the good part. New Bedford hasn't scored either, but it's very surprising when you're looking at this score on Twitter and things like that, and people can't believe that it's a tie ball game.
So the Whalers under Coach Mark DeBrito, a former New Bedford great college football player, I believe, at Bentley. He has the Whalers ready to play today. Not the biggest roster, but one thing New Bedford usually does against Brockton, they play with emotion and they play physical.
Yeah, I was down on the field talking to Coach Brittle before the game, and he says, we're a little bit down, and I looked at him, I said, you said this to me the last couple years, and it's been very tight-knit ball game. So he started laughing because he knew his troops was going to be ready today, and they clearly are.
We've talked about this rivalry. They've been dating back since the Big Three in 1990. We talked early on, I said with Miles, Brockton and New Bedford in the 90s both won multiple championships. But since 2000, Brockton's really dominated these football games with some pockets of New Bedford football. But me and you talk about this a lot. New Bedford usually comes out ready to play against Brockton.
Right. And you look at the Brockton standpoint, you figured they would be energized for this game as well. This is playoff implications. You lose this game, you have absolutely no shot at making the playoffs. You figured that's what would give them incentive to come out today and just totally run New Bedford without this field, and we haven't seen that.
Orlando, Brockton, are they in the playoffs right now?
Right now, they are in the playoff. They're at 15. But you lose this game, you talk about dropping maybe 5 spots and not ever recovering until next year.
So the Boxers who deferred will get the opening kickoff here, maybe the most important one of the season. The Whalers will kick off to the north end of the end zone. The Boxers will send back Jared Mighty. It looks like we don't see Luke Turco back there. We'll see number 19, Shamir Williams, a senior wide receiver running back, and number 81, who's not on the roster. So no Luke Turco. He has been hindered by, we hear it all week, by an injury. Several carries today, no long runs. He's had a few catches, one where he gained about 15 yards, 120, both called back by penalties.
Yeah, I talked to the coach before the game. From a scale of 1 to 10, Luke's about a 3 today. He's just out there trying to give it his all, but he's clearly not 100%, and you can see that. And Brockton, make no mistake, they're a different team when Luke Turco is on the sideline.
So the Whalers will be kicking off. Number 44, Brady Almeida. Jared Mighty's back. He's been dangerous on special teams this year. We are a few seconds away from kickoff.
And like you said, Leo, this could be a big possession. You do not want to go 3 and out or
just give the momentum back to New Bedford.
You got to do something here. This is probably. We said this last week where this half could be the season for Brockton, and unfortunately we're saying it again.
So we are just a few seconds from kickoff. And Almeida will send the kick. It's a good one. It's going to get down to about the 15-yard line. Jared Mighty takes it with momentum, looks upfield, buzz to the right, kicks it back, and really good coverage from the Whalers.
I thought Jared that time should have took it to his left, went to the right, and no man's land. Brockton will start from there.
Looked like the tackle there says Goodine was not playing. Looked like number 30 to me. I could be wrong, but still good coverage by the Whalers. The Boxers will come out at 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line, as Luke Turco will be on the football field.
Yeah, Coach DeBrito told me before the game he's going to be missing his top 2 running backs. And one of them, Jaron Goodine, who's sensational, wasn't even out there today. And New Bedford still hanging around.
You see that New Bedford defensive line. They have 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, all within a few yards of the line of scrimmage. They're shooting gaps, looking for holes, not letting Luke Turco get out into space. Yeah. They have 1 safety back. He's offset to the right about 15 yards back. But other than that, the middle of the field's wide open.
Yeah, you got to get them high percentage throws. You can't go for the low percentage throws. And you got to make it easier for your quarterback. He's capable of making 5-yard pattern throws.
So in the pistol, with an offset H-back.
Another penalty on Brockton.
Wow, just a really poor penalty right out
from
of
the half, Leo, and they do the same thing. This is just unacceptable. I would call a timeout right now and let my team team have it. Simple
really a poor penalty by the Boxers. Will set them back 5 yards. Coach Silva cannot be happy. Cannot be happy.
You're going up to the line, and you should know the play right away. You shouldn't go up to the line and call plays. You should know what the play is right from the get-go. Look at them. They look confused again.
So let's see what the Boxers have here. First in about 15 as they move back 5 yards. Luke Turco remains the back as the Boxers, once again, close to double-digit penalties.
Unbelievable.
The ball's going to be off. The ball's going to be thrown into space to Jared Mighty. He has one man to beat. He has him beat. He gets upfield. We see that. But there's going to be a penalty flag. Just another poor penalty. And the hold will bring it back. Jaden Wooten on the hold. Just, Orlando, every big play, a penalty flag.
Yeah.
Jared Mighty was in space. There was no need to be a penalty right there.
Obviously, we don't have access to replay, but referee's right on the field, makes the call, and you can wipe up that.
If it's a hold, the penalties are going to call it. So Brockton has had every big play called back today by a penalty. Jared Mighty goes 68 yards right there, called back, as the Boxers will go back 10 more yards.
If you want me to be honest, that's the 4th touchdown Brockton's got called back this year on penalties.
So, and those are freshman and sophomore wide receivers. You have seniors out there, smart football players, just making mental mistakes.
So, you start the half off with a 5-yard penalty, and now you get a
10-yarder.
A 10-yarder.
So, it will be 2nd and 25 for the Boxers.
All right.
As the touchdown is wiped off the board, Jared Mighty made a man miss in his elite speed. And the ball's going to go in motion to Mighty. A good blocking by the Boxers. Mighty upfield again. Mighty's got space. He cuts it inside. As he will gain close to 45 yards.
Yeah, and this time, no flags on the play.
That's a first down, Brockton.
I don't know what's up with coming out of the halftime for Brockton, but this is beginning to be a theme for them, and clearly they've come out the gates here in the second half storming to try to take this lead.
So the long run will get the Brockton the ball at the New Bedford 38, 1st and 10. Coach Ballas with the signals. New Bedford all with their linebackers, safeties up near the line of scrimmage. A fake, Marciano, and he is going to get sacked. As the play took too long to develop.
Too long to call, too long to develop, and I don't know about that play call, but.
So the Boxers will lose 6th and 1st down, and Semedo did a nice job holding on to the ball as the Whalers sent everyone there. Looked like they knew the play was coming.
All your guys are doing downfield routes, Leo. Yeah, I just don't understand that.
You'd like to see, Brockton was taking a shot right there, but they've been successful in a lot of underneath routes. So the loss of 6 will force a 2nd and 16 around the 44-yard line. The Boxers looking to put the first score on the board. And the ball's going to go to Luke. Luke gets outside. Luke has room. Luke busts it out. He goes inside. He jumps outside, and he looks like he will gain 15 yards.
Ah, that's a good pickup. Close to the first down. He might have it, and looks like he does. Oh, it might be just short. Looking for the spot here.
So the Boxers getting the ball to their 2 best playmakers in space.
And we have a flag on the play.
So let's see what the flag is here. Brockton gained 15 on the play. The referees have been flag happy today.
They might be giving Brockton a warning here.
Yeah, the sideline warning is, and you know what, when that happens, you'd like to see both coaches get on the sidelines, not cause the team a penalty here.
Sportsmanlike or warning?
Oh, it's going to be offsetting on sportsmanlikes. So that's the last thing Brockton needs right now on 3rd and 1 is a 15-yard on sportsmanlike.
Offsetting penalties.
Well, Sawyer was irate about something, maybe to his player or Looked like he was talking to the referees too. So
we don't know if that's a first down. The referees.
it is a first.
Yeah, they are giving it a first down. So the 16-yard run by Luke Turco will give the Boxers a first down at the New Bedford 27-yard line. Like to see him move faster, Orlando?
I really do. I think you go up to the line and you just slow things. They've gotten a couple of penalties from just going up to the line, and he's looking over to Barrows and getting the calls. I think you get the call and go.
New Bedford tempo. They got a lot of guys playing both ways.
The ball plays down on New Bedford.
So the first down, man in motion will be Mighty. He's going to fake. Semedo looks. He has all sorts of time. He throws the ball to the corner of the end zone, and it is caught. Whoa. What a catch!
There's a penalty.
So Brockton's going to have an illegal man downfield, and a second flag will cause another touchdown off the board. Another penalty, 7 games into the season. I don't know. You know, Orlando, it's really tough to be a Brockton fan today.
Yep. And the referees are not holding back. They're just calling everything. So at the end of the day, it's a penalty. I have to see it's a penalty, so you got to call it.
You got to be more disciplined.
Yep.
This is stuff you work on all during the week.
Yep.
And you know what, Orlando? If the same guys are making the penalties, at some point you make a change.
Possibly.
So the touchdown wiped off the board again, the second one on this drive. The Boxers will have a 1st and 15. The electric catch from Jaden Los Ribeiro, the perfect throw for Marciano Semedo. As Brockton has about 12 penalties today. Let's see if they can get a play without a little yellow. Turco up the middle. Turco has room. Turco to the outside. He breaks tackles.
Yeah, good tackle at the end of that, but the damage is done there by a run by Luke Turco. Outstanding run.
So the 16-yard run will get the Boxers first down at the New Bedford 15-yard line.
What a drive so far. You got 2 touchdown penalties called back, and now you're in position to score again.
Average about 35 yards of play with the penalties.
Unbelievable.
So first down, Boxers an empty set. The ball's going to go to Turco. He's going to get outside. He looks to get inside the 10. He does, and he will score.
And this time, no flags. Yeah, that's the way you come out, right out the gate. Let New Bedford know, look, this is the type of team we are.
So the Boxers are going to go 68 yards. They had 2 touchdowns called back. It doesn't stop them from getting the ball back, running a few big plays to Luke Turco. He gets the ball in space, hits to the right side, and scores on the 15-yard touchdown.
And right from the gate, Leo, you see who they're going to. They're going to their 2 main guys, Luke Turco and Jared Mighty.
So Danny DeSilva, Boxers have been pretty good on the extra points this year. The snap is down. The kick is good. So at the 9-minute and 13-second mark of the third quarter, the Brockton Boxers 7, the Bedford Whalers 0.
Outstanding drive. Take away the penalties. They still overcame that and was able to get it in the end zone. And now New Bedford's going to get the ball for the first time down 7-0.
So the Boxers will kick off here. New Bedford will get their first possession in the second half. Feels like New Bedford's going to have to match Brockton right here. Brockton with a lot of momentum. If they get the ball back and pick up another score, New Bedford's had trouble scoring this season.
Yes, sir. And don't forget, obviously points do matter. So Brockton,
you got to win by 14.
You got to win by 14. So you got to keep up the intensity on defense. Defense hasn't been the problem, though, today.
Danny DeSilva will kick the ball. Back deep for the Whalers will be Brent Sharples. And it looks like number 15, Elias Colombo. DeSilva's kick is a good one. It's going to get all the way down to about the 10. Sharples has it. He has a little bit of space. He gets upfield. And the tackle by DeSilva. And New Bedford with great field position.
Yeah, that hole closed out real quick Looked like he had a seam. Looked like for a minute there he could take it. But Brello just came out of nowhere. Just good stick.
So the Whalers will get their first possession. They're down 7-0. Let's see what Coach DeBroto has in the second half. It's been a lot of runs by the quarterback, Johnson, and his top running back, Elias Cologne.
Last call for Candy and Brockton. Last call.
The ball's going to be an option. He pitches it to the right, and Brockton cleans it up. Nathan, Gene, Philippe, the right defensive end.
Yeah, along with Ahmad Wiggins, and Brockton's going to get a 15-yard penalty. I mean, you can't be up on the face, and the referees, these flags are just coming out like it's popcorn. And it's going to be a penalty on Brockton.
So the 3-yard loss, offset by the 15-yard unsportsmanlike for Brockton. As the boxes.
At the end of the day, I know the referees got to do what they got to do, but when the kid is energizing for making a play, we didn't came to see you. We came to see the plays. Now it's getting a little ridiculous.
So the 15-yard penalty will give New Bedford an automatic first down. The boxes are well over 200 yards in penalties, including the touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know about that penalty, though, Leo. Ahmad Wiggins made the catch, and he basically said, yeah.
But I'll tell you, Orlando, he called double unsportsmanlikes down here. Yeah. He probably said to both teams, I'm not putting up with any more mouth. So the 15 yards marked off will give New Bedford the ball. Instead of second and long, they'll have a first down at their own 49.
And you have Verizon as your service. You have your cell phone here in the press box.
So the Whalers hit the ball at midfield after the penalty. Johnson will remain in the pistol. Colombo will be his back. As we are going to get, look like Brockton might have jumped. We may get the 5 yards.
That's on New Bedford.
He may have held back.
Yeah, Brockton slided to the right, and New Bedford, one of their linemen to the left, jumped.
So as much as Brockton's had in penalties today, New Bedford not far behind with some really back-breaking ones. This 5 yards will force them back as they'll have a 1st and 15.
All right, let's keep it honest here. New Bedford, if it wasn't for penalties, could have had a touchdown in the first half. You know?
So the Whalers come out. It's going to be a handoff to Cologne. He jumps outside. He has room. He gains 12 yards.
From the Brockton standpoint, I don't know why they don't have 7 or 8 guys in a box. New Bedford hasn't shown they can pass the ball at all. So if I'm Brockton, everyone is up close to the line. That New Bedford might have thrown one pass today, and it was badly overthrown.
So the 12 yards will give New Bedford 2nd and 3, more manageable, inside Brockton territory at their 45. The boxes remain in, we'll see an extra defensive end with a 5-man front with 3 linebackers. And Cologne is going to be kept by Johnson. Johnson has a lot of room, and he's going to gain 4 yards before he's even touched.
That's going to be a penalty? No. I see a penalty? No, that's...
So the Whalers, after a 1st and long, will gain 15 yards and get the ball down to the Brockton 40. They're down by 7.
Turned in up here at the press box, the cell phone. If you have Verizon.
We asked how New Bedford was going to respond to Brockton's touchdown. Obviously aided by that 15-yard penalty, but they're responding well so far.
So let's see what the Whalers have here. Johnson's going to remain in the pistol. And it's going to be a handoff to Cologne. He's got room to the outside. He backs it fucking side. Real hard running by Cologne. 15, 16 yards down to the Brockton 22.
Yeah, with authority. Should have had him lost right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to break that and free himself for 15 yards into Bedford, just outside the red zone.
So, Coach Shelton, Brockton using a timeout here too, Orlando. They could come in handy later in the game if it's a one-score game or Brockton needs timeouts on the last drive. Well, but Coach Shelby seeing something he doesn't like.
I don't mind this timeout. Obviously, New Bedford looked like they responded pretty well. So Brockton has made stops outside the red zone or in the red zone. So they want to keep New Bedford at bay. Man, like I said, these points matter, Leo.
New Bedford matching Brockton's intensity on the first drive. Some hard running by Colombo right there, as a missed tackle allowed him to gain those 7 extra yards. So the Whalers, after the timeout, will have a first down at around the 23-yard line of the Boxers.
Again, I don't know why Brockton is not. They don't have 8 men in the box. New Bedford is not. They're just lining up and saying, "Look, we're going to run it at you." They're not going to pass the ball. So
the Boxers are a little undersized at linebacker. They are active, but they are a tad undersized. So the 1st and 10 for the Whalers. Nothing fancy. The ball's going to go to Colombo. And a much better job by the Boxers. Big number 79 for the Boxers.
Cash, the man they call Cash.
Cash Petway, the 400-pound junior defensive tackle. So a small gain of 1 yard for the Whalers will force a 2nd and 9.
Now you got May Bean to the right, the Megalodon. Matter of time before he breaks through as well.
Let's see what the Whalers have. It's 2nd and 9. They have Brockton giving up a lot of space over here on the right side. And we're going to get, what are we getting here? A 5-yard penalty from the Whalers. We'll mark them back 5 yards.
Let's keep it honest here. The referees have been equally the same for both teams. Both teams have been undisciplined out there today.
Both having back-breaking penalties. So the Whalers at a 2nd and about 14. We're at the 6-minute, 19-second mark. Leo Genotasio along with the Brockton legend, Orlando Galveo, Curtis Reese, Patrick Quinn in the production. The Whalers come out. They stay in the pistol with the lone back, Colombo. Brockton creeps up a little bit to the line of scrimmage.
That's the quarterback keeper here.
He has time. He throws the ball over in space. Brockton has it, and that is eaten up right away.
Now, that was a good pass. Looked like they had something there, but again, closed out.
Armand Wiggins.
What a game he's had.
So the Boxers will force a 3rd and long. Something
they've been struggling with
a little bit.
Been pretty good today, though. I feel like it's the penalties that have, prolonged the New Bedford drives.
So the Whalers facing a 3rd and about 12 at the Boxer 25. Johnson's in the pistol. Colombo, the eye behind him. And he will give him the ball. There's room to the outside. Jared Mighty comes up. Jared Mighty comes up, and he stopped. There was some room there.
Yeah.
He comes up and held him up long enough for Ty Baker to clean it up.
Yeah, Colombo tried that stiff arm to try to get him out there, but it did not work. Jared stayed with the tackle and made a good play, and New Bedford facing a 4th and about 8.
So the gain of 5 will force a 4th down for the Whalers, a passing situation.
And I know you and Miles mentioned this in the first half, Leo. Not having Luke Turco on defense is that's huge. That's huge.
So let's see what New Bedford has. Johnson's going to remain with 4 receivers. Colombo is going to be offset with them.
We have a 9-11 that's been called in.
Yeah, as Coach DeBrito is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, if you're at Brockton, too, you got to watch out for the quarterback scramble. When he's out the pocket, he's looking like Cam Newton.
The 1/3 and long they did achieve today was a 3rd and long on a quarterback keeper.
Yep. So you got to be leery of that. And I'm pretty sure Coach Shelby, who's done a great job today, is talking to his troops about that.
The Boxers, again, with 2 victories, should claim a playoff spot, something that has not happened since, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
they didn't make the playoffs last year. Yeah. 2 years ago, a close loss to Methuen.
But let's look at the other side, too. Brockton does have one more game remaining. If they win this game, you got Durfee at home.
Who played us tough last year.
Yes, so you can't overlook Durfee. They're going to be ready when Brockton gets to Fall River next week. I can tell you that. And if you're looking at that same first half as this week, you might have problems.
So Johnson is in the pistol. The Brockton backs are sitting in his own. Johnson's back. Brockton puts pressure. Brockton puts more pressure. They're going to get a hold, so Brockton should get the ball back. Looks like it's going to be a hold, and Brockton will get the ball back.
Yeah, May Bean was all over that, and he made that quarterback scramble out the pocket. The Megalodon with a huge play for Brockton, and Brockton, I'm pretty sure, is going to decline this.
So the 6'4" defensive end causes the hold. Brockton will get the ball back at the 25-yard line, looking for that all-important 14th point.
Yeah, and you see why they call him the Megalodon. And I said, Is it just a matter of time before he gets made his presence felt? And you saw it there in Brockton with a big stop.
Seeing some hands on the sides of the Whalers right now. It's fatigue setting in.
I mean, they played a great game, but a lot of their kids are going both ways, and they've done it. They played great today, but I can see a little fatigue.
So the Boxers at the 4-minute mark. They're up 7-0. Here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand, Colombo Field.
Why is the clock running?
As we get an official timeout.
The clock is running. It should be, yeah.
Oh, the clock is running.
Clock is running.
So
there's about 4 minute plus left in, you know.
As we reset the clocks, 4:15, it looks like 4:15 will be put back on the clock. Luke Turco is going to remain the back for Marcio Semedo, who did throw a terrific touchdown pass that was called back. He actually threw 2.
Yeah, freshman coach Mike Norman just came by. Man.
He's done a nice job.
He's done a great job with the freshman team this year. They're playing great, and I'm telling you, with this guy coaching Brockton freshmen, that the future's bright for the Brockton Boxers.
So the Boxers in the 1st and 10 at their own 25. Semedo's going to get the ball. The ball's going to go to Luke. Luke hits the outside. Luke has room.
What a move.
Luke cuts it back inside. Luke is going to gain about 15 yards, and Brockton was lucky they didn't get called for another penalty.
Yeah, not too much of Luke Turco in the first half, but now, Luke, I don't know if they shot up that ankle, but he's looking good right now.
So the Boxers are looking to move fast. First on at their own 31. The ball's going to be snapped. Luke gets the ball again, and New Bedford has none of it.
Yeah, I know that play it was too slow to develop. It was too slow to develop. And Luke, let's hopefully he gets up. Getting up very slowly, though.
So the Boxers are going to lose 2, as New Bedford once again has all 8 guys in the line of scrimmage. We're looking at a 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Might want to see Jared Mighty here in that jet sweep.
As we climb under the 4-minute mark of a 7-0 Brockton lead. Ball's back. Semedo has room. The ball's going to be grabbed to Jerry. Lopes Ribeiro. He gets to the outside. Cuts it back. Using his speed. He's going to go all the way. Ribeiro Lopes on the little jump pass coming across. A juke. And did you see that speed, Leo? So Orlando, at the 3-minute mark in the second half, Brockton gets that all-important 13th point on a beautiful open field running on a perfect pass from Semedo to Lopes, and Lopes using that elite speed to outrun the New Bedford secondary.
I have to say, no penalties, and boy, what speed from Lopes. The defender had basically no chance once he was in open field.
So Danny DePino will be on for the extra point for Brockton, an all-important 14th point. The kick is down, and it is good.
Yeah, now different story. You're looking at the Brockton sidelines, Leo. Players are energized. The New Bedford sideline, totally different, heads down.
In almost every game this season, Orlando, the second half, other than the Andover game, Brockton has shown a lot more emotion.
Something about the second half for some reason. Brockton, just when you give up on them, they press the button and say, hold up. You know?
They have elite athletes on the football field. If they don't shoot themselves in the foot, they should be able to put up points just about against everyone. They have size. They have speed. It's all about being an efficient football team.
Yeah, you ask a lot of coaches, you talk to a lot of coaches, they look at the Brockton record, and they say, we think Brockton's a better team than what their record indicates, and you're seeing it why.
You think they should be 5-1?
I absolutely do think they should be 5-1, but I also will tell you that I think they should be 6-0 as well.
So Danny DePino will be on the kick. Brockton's had 2 possessions, a short touchdown pass to Luke Turco, and one that goes 70 yards to Jaden Lopes Ribeiro. And it's going to be a good kick. Taking New Bedford down to their own 5. Looks like Schappel's on the return. He tries to get to the outside. He does. And he's going to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles. And the return will be a good one up to the New Bedford 28.
Yeah, they had him hampered down there at the 15-yard. He was able to get a little bit more yards.
Got to tackle lower. So the Whalers now down by 2 touchdowns at the 2-minute 51-second mark of the third quarter.
And Leo, you look at New Bedford, they've been a run-heavy offense today. Now, you're in a situation where you're going to have to pass the ball a little bit. We might see a mistake or two.
Coach DeBrito down by 14. They're going to need to get a score on this possession. Johnson's going to remain in the pistol. His back next to him looks to be number 4, Javarius Penrose. He's looking back. The ball's thrown and completed by number 7. And that's a good pitch and catch and a gain of 11 yards to Brian Montero.
And that was almost picked off. The defender went a little bit too early, or else he was going the other way with that.
So the first down will give New Bedford the ball at their own 39-yard line as the Whalers look to get back into this football game. Johnson will remain in the pistol. He has 3 receivers to the right. The breeze is stopped here in Brockton. It's going to be a keep. Johnson has the ball. He gets upfield. He breaks a tackle. He breaks 2 tackles, and he will gain a first down.
Right, nice read by Johnson. Was able to break a tackle and get another first down for the Whalers. And New Bedford again crossing midfield.
The Whalers matching some intensity right here.
They're not going down easy.
As back-to-back first downs will give them the ball at midfield as they are down by 14, and we climb into the 2-minute mark of the second half. Third quarter.
Crossing the 50-yard line has been a problem for the Whalers. Is when they get into close to the red zone where they've.
So the ball's going to be handed off to Cologne and Brockton, led by Uriel Maybean. Gain tackle along with Ty Baker and Amani Wiggins.
There you go, Megalodon, leading the tackle for Brockton, and he's woken up this second half, has he?
So the Whalers at 2nd and 9 at the Boxer 49.
Football helmet. Last 3 numbers, 2, 3, 8.
And again, let me remind people, New Bedford's playing without their top running back today, Goodine.
Johnson back. He has time. It's a quarterback keeper up the middle. Brockton loses containment. And they will gain about 9 yards on the play. I was a quarterback keeper all the way.
I'm surprised Brockton does not have a spy on this. This kid who's coming out limping, by the way.
So Johnson, the quarterback, talking to DeBrito. He's going to stay on the field. We're at 3rd down and 2 at the Brockton 41 as we climb under the 1-minute mark of the third quarter.
Johnson for New Bedford's been very good today.
Tough, hard runner.
Yep. Senior.
So 3rd and short for the Whalers. The ball's going to be given to Cologne. He's got nothing.
And we might see either a face mask on Brockton.
Wow, Brockton stops New Bedford.
And that's going to be a 15.
Would be 4th and about 3, but the 15 easy yards as Brockton gets up, and they're talking about it, but it looks like the ref that called it saying, yeah, he looks like he pulled it, but they're talking about it. So it will be a 15.
Oh, it's on New Bedford. Wow. Unless he pointed the wrong way.
No, let's see what they're doing.
Yeah, I think he pointed the wrong way, and he did.
So the 15 easy yards will give New Bedford a first down as Brockton once again, really inexcusable penalties the entire day.
That's going to be a 5-yarder, but it's still a first down for New Bedford.
I didn't even know there were even 5-yarders anymore. I thought everything was 15. So the referees are getting their workout today, putting his hand in his pocket, getting some wrist and bicep workout today.
It's a clear penalty. I'm surprised that wasn't a 15-yarder.
So the first down for the Whalers instead of the 4th and short. Johnson's going to go with 1 back, receivers to left and right with 2 tight ends. Handoff to Cologne. Cologne busts it up inside. Actually, that's going to be a fake, and Brockton doesn't fall for it. And once again, big Cash Petway on the stop.
So,
So the Whalers at a 2nd and 9 as we end the third quarter. Orlando, we're going to head into the fourth quarter. Brockton with 2 touchdowns have taken a 2-score lead.
and we know you got to keep that 2-touchdown lead. All things considered, you can walk out of here and get the maximum amount of points, and you'll still be in the playoff hunt for next week.
New Bedford's played a pretty good schedule this year, which will help. They
certainly
played
have.
Catholic Memorial. They played Weymouth, who's 5-1. So some good points for Brockton right there.
Yes, you got to give New Bedford credit also for stepping up.
Coach DeBrito's sick of playing the Patsies. If he's going to lose, he's going to lose getting his team playing against good football teams.
Correct. And Team Shirley has showed up today, but game's not over yet, right?
So as New Bedford heads to the south end of the end zone, they will have a 2nd and 9 at the Brockton 29 as they're down by 14.
I'm surprised New Bedford doesn't pass the ball a little bit more. This kid looks like he can pass the ball.
And they have athletes.
Yeah, you assume when that you don't pass the ball, it's because of the quarterback, but he's shown ability to get the ball there.
So New Bedford needs 2 scores to tie the game up or to take the lead. Did Brockton have a penalty? Because it was 2nd and 9. The referee, who knows what they're doing here.
I think they're marking it. And I was about to pull my hair out because I thought that's where the ball should be. They had the ball closer to the 25-yard line, Leo.
I was going to say, is Tom Toppy the referee today?
Good guy, by the way.
Great guy.
Great
New Bedford AD.
Director.
Long-time New Bedford coach, AD.
He was a great coach.
He's been around great
That's
athletes.
my guy
in
right
Bedford.
there. That's my guy.
So he's going to be a fake. Johnson has time. He's going to throw the ball out. And good defense, good coverage by the boxes. And once again, Nathan John Baptiste, the junior defensive end, along with Jalen Jackson, causing some havoc in the backfield.
And then you saw a little quarterback spy, too, staying back, watching Johnson, because we know his capability of scrambling out the pocket. Good defense, Brockton.
So 3rd and 9 for the Whalers, as they are in a must-score situation right here.
Better.
So let's take a quick attendance. If you're in the Azure building, make some noise.
Let's see what Coach DeBrito has got going. New Bedford 3rd and 9 at the Brockton 35-yard line. Cologne is the lone back.
Big possession for New Bedford here.
Johnson's back. He's back. He has time. He looks up, and he's got to get hit. But the pass is completed.
Yeah,
Just in the nick of time.
Yeah, he stepped up into the pocket and hit his counterpart, who's had an outstanding game, Cologne.
Brockton just sitting in that zone. Just sitting in that zone, and New Bedford throws the ball underneath.
Clutch play that time by Johnson. You got to give New Bedford credit for that.
So the first down for the Whalers at the box is 17, as the Whalers look to put some points on the board. Oh, a 5-yard penalty. That will be on Brian Montero.
If you're a New Bedford fan, you don't want to see that. You got a good drive going, trying to close the gap in half here, get some little momentum, and then you get
hundreds and hundreds of yards of penalties today, Orlando.
Yep.
So the penalty will force the Whalers to a 1st and 15 at the Brockton, looks like the 22-yard line. The Boxers look like they're going to be playing off-ball coverage here. Johnson's back to pass. He has time. He looks. He's going to throw a screen pass. And that is eaten up by Armand Wiggins.
Clearly the star of the defense today. Armand Wiggins having none of it. Right when the catch was made, he was right there for the stick.
So the loss of about a yard will make it 2nd and 15. Well, 2nd and 16 for the Whalers.
Yeah, we've seen this for New Bedford all day long. They would get to the red zone and they back up. And Coach DeBrito's got to be beside himself about that.
The Whalers will be going under 10 minutes here, down by 2 scores. And they're going to run a little option. He keeps the ball. And Brockton, after a small gain by Johnson, the tackle by Jaden Seal, the senior two-way lineman.
Right. Again, Johnson very effective in running them plays today. Get a couple yards, and I'm pretty sure New Bedford is going to try to get half of it to set up a better fourth down situation.
So the third and about 15 from the 22. The wind is starting to pick up, Orlando. Up against the lens, blowing into New Bedford's face.
Now you see the trees, the wind. Been a factor today. Maybe that's why both these teams haven't passed the ball as much as they want to.
So Brockton sitting back in that zone, off coverage in the slot. The snap, and Johnson's got a new quarterback, number 1. He's going to throw the ball to the end zone. He is. Well, that's going to be, no, it's just out of bounds. It was a great throw.
Outstanding catch, too, but unfortunately,
Sean Waters, the backup quarterback to Brian Montero.
Yeah, but
he was open.
What a catch with the sun in his eye and everything. And now a big fourth down coming up for the Whalers.
And it's going to be the backup quarterback, junior Sean Waters. He's thrust it into a tough situation right here.
And if you're Brockton, you want to send the pressure, but you know Johnson is capable of scrambling out the pressure and getting yards. So it's very interesting to see how this play works out.
So a huge play for the Brockton defense. Waters is going to be the long quarter and the long in the backfield as they shift over Cologne. 4th and 15. He's back. There's room. He's going to throw the ball up, and it's really nothing there. Oh, that's not a penalty.
That is not a penalty.
That's not a penalty.
Wow.
The ball was thrown out of bounds.
It was thrown out of bounds.
And it just looked like inadvertent contact.
Now, again, as a Brockton fan, when stuff like this starts to happen, you wonder what is going on. That ball was clearly thrown out of bounds, and that's just a terrible call.
Even if the ball's thrown out of bounds, the New Bedford wide receiver initiated the contact.
Just terrible.
So the 15-yard penalty on 4th down will cause the Boxers to have to stiffen up inside.
Just a terrible call by the referee.
So it will be 4th down. It's not an automatic first down, Orlando. It'll be 4th down and about 1.
Nah, that's going to be a first down.
I don't think so. It's going to be 4th and about, so it looks like 4th and about 3.
Oh, because...
No more automatic first downs.
Right. Well, good call, Leo.
So New Bedford on another 4th down. Fortunate for a Brockton penalty. So the Whalers in a 4th and 4. Johnson will be back into the game. The Boxers looking to get off the field again. Might look like a quarterback keeper here, Orlando.
The quarterback keeper, indeed.
Johnson's back. He has time. He runs up, and he is sacked.
Yeah. The Megalodon, along with Jackson, puts a stop to this drive. Brockton overcomes the penalty, and they take over. This time, no flags.
Stiffening up at the right time once again.
Yes, sir. That's what Coach Shelby's defense has done all day long. The bend but don't break, and they keep New Bedford off the scoreboard. Outstanding by the Boxers.
So Brockton will take over at the 8-minute and 53-second mark of the 4th quarter, 14-0. Leo Genitasio along with the legend Orlando Galveo. Brockton Boxer 2024 football.
On homecoming for Brockton Senior Day, a shout out to all the seniors from the cheerleaders, the band, the football team. Outstanding kids.
So with the sack, Brockton will have the ball about their own 14-yard line. Coach Silver would see nothing better right now than a nice 85-yard touchdown drive.
That would be nice.
Great crowd here today on homecoming. celebrating graduates of Brockton High School, going back to the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, I'm looking over to Jared Mighty sitting on the bench. Hopefully everything's all right with him. That's concerning.
No trainer around him, maybe just giving him a break.
Yep.
So first down for the Boxers at their 15-yard line. Brockton's going to go in the eye. Christian Flaherty, the senior fullback, with Luke Turco.
Don't like to see what's going on with Jared Mighty over there, but him sitting on the bench, it's concerning a little bit.
The ball's going to go to Luke. Luke has a room up the middle. Luke breaks a few. And those 5-yard tough run by Luke Turco, moving the legs.
Yeah. You know who they're going to go to right now. Their closer, Luke Turco.
And Brockton moving fast, Orlando. I'd rather see them take some time off the clock. So, second and about 6. And the ball's going to go back to Luke. He has a hole. He gets inside. He busts it outside. He's up the field. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. And Luke is going to go the distance.
Give me some Turco. And what I say, when it's out, game closer, you go to Mr. Luke Turco with an outstanding run.
80 yards to the house.
Unbelievable.
Woo! So first half, he was under 100 yards. He's well over 150 again. He's going to remain the leader in Division I rushing.
What a player. I heard to the right, some gentleman says that's a D1 player, and he just might be a D1 player. Outstanding.
He reminds me of the old days, Gregory Dunn, the old Brockton running back from the late 70s who played at Harvard.
Wow.
So Danny DeSilva on for the extra point. And the kick is good. So at the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter, Brockton 21, New Bedford 0.
Yeah, guess who's woke up in the second half, Leo? A man they call the Boxers. Unbelievable, like they did last week against Everett. Brockton, 21 points on the board here in the second half.
Coach Silva, whatever he says at halftime in some of these games, it's worked.
It's like they're playing tricks on us. I know it's Halloween, but stop playing with us here.
So the Whalers will get the ball back. They're down by 3 touchdowns. At this point, Brockton, you want to keep everyone healthy. You want to get the ball back, run some time off the clock, get into that must-win against Durfee with a chance to go to the Division I playoff.
Yes, sir. And this, again, another game that can come a long way from getting you there. Obviously, you still have one game coming up with the Durfee Hilltoppers, who I believe has never beat the Brockton Boxers, Leo.
They are, I want to say 34 and 1 tie in 2000. They tied in Durfee 14-14. It cost Brockton a Super Bowl berth.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give a warning to the Brockton Boxers. Next week, you can't bring that same energy that you brought in this first half.
We talked last year, Orlando. They played real tough here in Brockton. They were winning at halftime. They lost by 10 points, but they were ready to play football.
Yeah, make no mistake. That coach over there for them, he's a good coach. He's going to have the team prepared. Make no mistake about that.
So Danny DeSilva on the kick. And it will be down to about the 15-yard line, and that's going to be Cologne. He heads upfield. There's a little bit of room. He breaks it inside, and we're going to get a hold on the Whalers.
Yeah, a big-time hold. That was just too obvious.
So the 10-yard penalty from the spot will move New Bedford back. Looks like inside their own 20-yard line.
Let's do another attendance if we have middle schoolers here. If you attended West Middle School, make some noise.
So the Whalers down by 21. They have the ball at their own. Looks like 20. Oh, looks like their own 17. And for as much as we were critical of Coach Barras in the first half, he's been that creative in the second half, Orlando.
Yes, he's been very good in the second half, like he was last week.
Making adjustments.
It's like he gets warmed up and then he lets it loose.
So Sean Waters will be the quarterback in the pistol. And the ball's going to be handed off. He gets outside, and that's going to be Ty Baker on the tackle.
Yes, sir. It looked like he had an angle there. Ty Baker took a very good angle on him and was able to make the stop in just a short yard gain, about 2 yards.
So something that he busted outside and looked like he had space, clogged up right away and finished off by Baker.
And it looks like New Bedford is got some subs in the game. A new quarterback.
Well, Johnson's taking some licks today.
Yes.
So 2nd and 8 for the Whalers at their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, I'm looking to the left there. Johnson on the sideline.
Waters fakes. He gets to the outside. He looks, he throws. Oh, almost intercepted by Mighty.
Perfectly positioned by Mighty. And for a second there, I thought that was going the other way. But in any event, great defense. And New Bedford faces a 3rd and a long 8.
So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Whalers. New Bedford, Sean Waters, the quarterback. He'll have a running back next to him, number 13, Colin Boylet. Waters is back. He steps up into the pocket. And Nathan G. Philippe with the sack.
Hello. We haven't heard from him all day. And good pursuit there. And this time, Brockton stays away from the talking.
So Brockton's bookend underclassmen defensive ends making themselves known in the second half.
They sure are. And we remember Waters from last year.
An athletic player.
Yep.
So we're going to go under 7 minutes. The Boxers will get the ball back in midfield about as the Whalers look at a 4th and long, and Waters will be the punter.
And if you're Brockton, you keep piling on, right?
Of course you do.
You don't take no chances of it. Try to get the points because that's crucial.
I'll tell you this much. I'm giving Luke a breath, though. Get Casey Rhodes some carries.
Good point.
So the snap is high. Nice job by Waters. And it's going to be a kick that's going to get a good New Bedford bounce. Mighty's going to let it, and it's going to be a great New Bedford bounce.
Yeah, smart play by Mighty there.
That ball will be down by the Whalers at the Brockton 46.
Yeah, Mighty started, took a bounce. He says, you know what, smartly got away from it. You're going to get the ball at midfield. In position, put this game away here on homecoming in Brockton.
So the Boxers come out 21-0. They've been the dominant team in the second half.
You got to give New Bedford credit.
They played hard.
They played real hard, and they're still playing hard.
They're a well-coached team.
Coach DeBrittle is a good coach.
But credit to Coach Gilson Silva having his team ready to play.
Always second half.
So Brockton in the offset high. Luke Turco's the back. And the ball's going to go to Turco. He jumps up inside, and he's going to keep those legs moving for
Turco is still hungry.
13 yards.
You hear the public address announcer saying Turco is still hungry, and yes, indeed, he is. Nice pickup there.
So the first down run by Turco. As we're at the 6-minute mark of the second half.
And Brockton in no hurry now. They've gone to Luke the last 5 times, Leo.
Another handoff to Turco. Jumping up inside. And he's gained 6 on that one.
And you see New Bedford now.
They're tired.
They're very tired, and Brockton's taking advantage of that. And Luke is going to come out the game, and you got to give that boy a hand. 6 straight running plays to Luke Turco. One was an 80-yard outstanding run for a touchdown. Wow. Does he have the whole package or what?
He's a football player. Yeah. So 2nd and 5 for the Boxers. As we will see. Is that a new quarterback?
Yeah.
It is.
Looks like it is.
Rayshawn Burks, the sophomore, the junior. The handoff will go to Casey Rhodes. He jumps up inside. Keeps moving his legs for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, Casey Rhodes says, don't forget about me. I'm a good running back as well, and good burst there by Casey Rhodes, and probably going to see another one coming his way in this next play as well.
Make some changes here. as Burks will remain in the game. Marcio Semedo has probably called it an afternoon with 2 touchdown passes, 1 to Luke Turco, 1 to Jaden Lopes-Rivero.
You've heard a lot about this kid Burks, and I finally get an opportunity to
good-looking athlete.
play here.
And it's going to be a handoff to Christian Flaherty, and he gains a little too cute there.
Yeah.
As he'll gain maybe a yard. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Boxers.
Christian Flaherty, the last 2 weeks have scored touchdowns for Brockton. Does anyone lead the way more for space than Christian Flaherty?
He's an integral part of their eye offense inside the 10. So 4th and 2 for the Boxers. We're at the 4-minute mark and counting of the 4th quarter. Leo Genotasio, along with the legend, all over the city, Orlando Galveo, the biggest Brockton sports fan, knows more Brockton sports than anyone. Burks is going to keep it. He fumbled the ball.
Not going to get that.
So they will not get that, and it will be New Bedford ball on the turnover. So the Whalers will get this one last chance to put some points on the board, Orlando.
Yeah, and New Bedford has also gone to their subs as well, so we're looking at, we've seen a lot of players that don't usually get in the game now. That's a beautiful thing to see.
So the Whalers come out. They have the ball at their own 35. Nothing though John Shelby would like more to pitch a shutout here. Waters in the shotgun. The ball's going to be handed off. A little bit of room up the middle. He busts it inside, and he's going to gain 7 yards on the run.
Yeah, nice little run there. So you look at Brockton from a defense standpoint. When was the last time? Was it maybe the second quarter of the Everett game last week that
They haven't given up any points.
Yeah.
Coach Silver, Coach Shelby have really got them ready to play some defensive football when it matters most. So 2nd and 6 for the Whalers as we hit the 3-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Brockton's got a lot of JV guys in there. The shock troops. Little handoff inside. Bust it back outside, back inside, and that's going to be a good run for the Whalers.
It's a good run there. Little juke. Went to his right and was able to get about 10 yards on the play.
Elias Colon on the first down run. The Whalers at the ball right around midfield. They're on 49. Down by 21. Under 3 minutes left of a Brockton 3-score lead.
Now we see the Megalodon coming out the game. He's had an outstanding second half for Brockton.
So Waters will go to the pistol. The snap is back, short drop, throws the ball over, good pitch and catch. Tackled up nicely by Ahmad Wiggins for a short gain.
Yeah, great catch and pass and catch that time. A good gain of about 6 yards.
So the Whalers cross over midfield as we climb close to the 2-minute mark. Well, if New Bedford scores, they go for 2. Orlando to make it 21-8. That'd be backbreaking for the Boxers.
Surely will. That's why I say every point.
Every point counts. So Waters in the pistol, 2nd and about 5. Under 2 minutes. Down, the ball's going to be handed off. And Brockton, Ty Baker, cleans it up after a short 1-yard run.
Yeah, Ty Baker, another guy who's had a great game tackling for the Boxers today with a good play.
The Boxer linebackers have been active.
Well,
So
next week, it looks like it's going to come down to next week for Brockton's playoff hopes in Fall River.
So the Boxers, defensively, again, Orlando, 6 straight quarters right now without giving up a point.
All right, and the clock is ticking. Obviously, we want to keep that going here.
3rd and 5 for the Whalers. Well, 3rd and 4. Silver's in the pistol. Waters back. Time. Looks, throws. Oh, and that should be incomplete. Had him open. Nice move by number 3, Clayton Morales, but the ball a little bit underthrown. So 4th and 3 for the Whalers.
Yeah, you see Brockton making subs, but they, like you say, they're very they know that New Bedford can score and get the 2-point conversion, and that can change things. So you see Ahmad Wiggins still out there, and the Megalodon is back in the game as well.
And again, whatever Coach Silva did at halftime with his team has worked 2 weeks in a row.
Straight. He's shown ability to make adjustments and get his team ready to play in the second half.
So 4th and 3 for the Whalers. And Brockton's going to give him the offsides. The offsides will give him an easy first down.
And if you're Brockton at this stage of the game, why are you jumping offsides? Come on, guys.
Reminder, asking all football alumni and middle school football players to stick around for a photo that concludes the next game.
Hurt. So, first down for the Whalers on the penalty at the Brockton 39. Waters is back. He has time. He throws the ball deep, and that should be it. Oh, dropped easy interception.
That's when you're thinking about running.
Just go down and end the game.
The ball.
So number 12 was Collins Antoine, and Karen's Antoine just catch the ball and go down. He's trying to run with the ball before
the
good players made.
Antoine, no, shout out to him. He's a senior.
You read it well.
Yep.
But in other games, Orlando, these are the small things that are the difference between winning and losing.
Yep. He's had a good season, though, Mr. Antoine.
He really has.
Really good.
He's been their number one corner.
Right.
So 2nd and 10 for Waters. Waters is back. He's back. He looks. The ball's thrown, and it is incomplete. And good coverage again by the Boxer secondary.
And New Bedford now letting it loose.
He's got a good arm, Waters.
Yep.
So once again, next week, Brockton will be at Durfee. They'll be going at 3 and 4. Durfee's at 1 and 5. A game that's a must-win for the Boxers.
Right. I seen Durfee a couple. Was it last night or a couple days ago playing Dennis Yartman? Scored a lot of points. It was a shootout. I believe it was like a 41-35 game.
So they're capable.
Looks like Durfee is capable of scoring some points.
So 3rd and 10 for the Whalers at 46 seconds of the fourth quarter. Waters is going to hand it off. Number 13 busts outside. He cuts it back in, and there's really nothing there. That's stopped nicely by the Brockton defensive line, gang tackling, and it looks like Christian Flaherty's out there playing a little linebacker.
I got the second unit out there.
Once again, we're looking for all.
Getting in on some of the action. We got to play it down for Brockton, and is that?
So that was Ty Baker. You don't want to see him hurt. So we have got 20 seconds. It looks like we're going to run the clock out here. Orlando, second half.
That's it.
What a difference between the first and second half today. Brockton 0-0. The second half, a little bit of Luke Turco, Jaden Los Ribeiro, Jared Mighty, Marcio Samito. The better athletes made plays.
And again, Sylvia, shout out to him and Barrows and the coaching staff, Shelby. Man, they made the adjustments, and Brockton's going to get out of here with a much-needed victory.
So Coach Silver's first 2-game winning streak. He'll head into Fall River next week looking for 3. Leo Genitacio, along with the legend Orlando Galveo, Curtis Reese, Miles Jackson, Patrick